Hey everyone. Let me turn off the cam. I will come load the intro for you. I still have to get it to download like I had with it before. I don't know why that was weird. Oh,
from start to finish.
hold on. We got an echo.
Best people, exclusive products, and
Say you forget to turn your volume down. All right, guys, enjoy the intro. I'll be back to say hi. Oh, sped it up.
home in the valley, home in the city.
Sorry about that.
Home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway. Home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time will never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and nights that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Hey everybody. I just told myself, let me make sure I'm not muted. How's everybody doing this beautiful Saturday evening? How many of y'all got to see the Northern Lights? Oh, that would have been beautiful. Let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Hope. Good to see you. Hey, Ange. Oh, you might not like what I'm going to play you tonight, though. Yeah, it's, you'll see. You'll see. And it's not even any of the ones that have been called out for all the crap they've been still doing. Well, of course, Slimey's in this one, but the other creator I'm going to show you, um, we're not familiar with really. We will be after tonight. I have been because you know, like I told you earlier today, I was scoping her out, and I did. And man, oh man, she right up there. She right up there with the rest. You'll see why. Ooh. Hey, Starry Night, good to see you. Hey, Anastasia, I love that name. That's pretty. Hey, Brittany. Jimmy, I need a break a little bit trying to write a speech for my uncles. It's not coming to me. I keep doing it because I feel like I can do better and I don't want to drag it out too long. Bread, honey, take a deep breath. Write it from your heart. You don't want it to be too long. Make it short, simple, and sweet. Make it from your heart. That's what matters. Hey, Chris Crass. Hey, Shorty. Sorry about your Uncle Fred, but I think I already told you that probably a couple times. Hey, Bo. Yeah, I'm so exactly, Shorty. You speak it from your heart. Doesn't matter if it's a sentence long, 2 sentences long, a paragraph. It doesn't matter. It from your heart. What you truly felt. That's all that matters. Which a new one, or is it the one that's already been around? Yeah. Well, I did today. Let you guys know that I was coming back, and I meant. I know I said a couple times I could come back, but things happened and I couldn't. Um, but I made it a point to make sure I came back tonight, like I told you this afternoon. Um, get this out of the way. Yeah, it was just a few hours ago. Let me check it. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. In between, I was playing with the kids and doing all the kind of stuff that you got to do. Um, and looking at a video. Okay, let me look it up. Might be one I've already seen. All right, come on, come on. This is the third time. Are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, I seen this one. Yeah, this is the one that was posted yesterday or last night. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, you find out who your friends are for real. They tell you friends to your face. But anyway, let's. What do you guys got planned? Hey, rapper, what do you guys got planned for the rest of the evening or for tomorrow, for the rest of the weekend? Anybody got big plans? Grocery shopping. I might not talk to y'all tomorrow, so I want to say Happy Mother's Day. Aw, well, Happy Mother's Day to you too. For our moms, stepmoms, adopted moms, those stepping up to be moms, for family, and you recovering? I'm sure. Hope you should be. Yeah, I think we're just gonna. I have to go. I have to go out to the grocery store. I dread that. But yeah, um, I think we're just gonna hang out at home and cook out and just chill. My daughter's sick anyway. She's been throwing up all day with a bellyache. No fever or nothing, but a bellyache. I'm gonna start a video. Um, we're gonna do this one first. I don't know. I'm trying to type a message, but I want to get this video brought up. Let me just go to the channel. I thought I saved it, but that's alright. It's weird how it comes up on here. I don't like how that happens on this. Um, yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah, I have it written down. Let me look. So over the ads, but yeah, this creator we have not covered. In fact, she was brought up in my chat by someone else that she might, I guess, was one that was trying to put out, about all the disinformation, misinformation, all the crap that's been done. But yeah, turns out that's not the case. Um, I'm almost done. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now she's putting out a video doing a live saying, are the Proudfoots selling their Henderson home? No, they are not. Yeah. Anyway, this is like I said, we haven't yeah, I know about that. I called her fake from the get go. The minute that I heard one of her interviews. It's obvious. Yeah. Anyway, this creator here, we're only going to listen to parts of it because I'm not listening to the whole thing. I've got to start cutting stuff down. But she says some stuff. Hmm. Um, I know nobody's familiar with her. I'm not that familiar with her. Her name is the Vault XL. And I think Nonsense even talked about her, saying that, we need to get these, it was in one of my lives. It was, or somebody, I don't, it was just like a couple weeks ago. Um, I started noticing the community posts she was putting up. They were pretty bad. Hey, Sleazy Tater Tot, good to see you. So I decided I was going to check out, what she had to say. Is she staying neutral or as best as you can? Or is she jumping the exploitation train? Well, you guys be the judge when you listen to this. Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering how long you've been seasoning. Blah, blah, blah. We can't take pictures with him because he take goofy pictures. My husband don't like him. My husband don't get along with him. I need my.
No, wait. She actually kind of, she puts on a show. All right. She puts on a show. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Was he wearing a diaper on the 25th? Since one YouTuber wanted to run that in the ground in her live stream. It's the 25th. It's the 25th. Why do y'all keep saying the 26th? All right, sister, calm down. Damn. Thank you for the donation, baby. Did you get him gone on the 25th? Because they said he went to school. Seth said he went to school, so I'm assuming Seth verified that from a teacher. Sweet Jesus. And frankly, I would want to see a video of my child going into school because you can't believe nothing coming out of the mouths of them Proudfoots. So I'd have to say, hey, I need a video of my child walking into school and walking out. So I know that hell, he went to school on Friday. So what did he do on Saturday? Did I miss that part of the story? Katie, I'm talking to you. Pale-faced Katie, I'm talking to you.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, back that up. Now, I'm sorry. That's a derogatory term, and you can look it up. And she meant it to be derogatory. We'll play that again. Oh, it gets worse.
He went to school on Friday. So what did he do on Saturday? Did I miss that part of the story? Katie, I'm talking to you. Pale-faced Katie, I'm talking to you.
Okay, so now you're using derogatory terms. It's okay for you to use pale-face, right? That's okay, right? No, that's not okay. That's ignorant. And this is the mother of a missing child on top of that. But that is very derogatory. Look it up. No, she's not TikTok. She's YouTube. Hey, gotcha.
Carrie White, I'm talking to you. They're all going to laugh at you. I'm talking to you. What did you do Saturday? What did you do Friday night when they left school? What did you do Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night?
What's it
what
to
did
you?
Do Sunday morning, Sunday
not your business. You're not law enforcement.
Afternoon. Woo, because we know what you did Sunday evening.
Listen, pay attention. It's coming.
We know what you did Sunday evening.
Oh, you do, huh?
Come on, Katie, you can tell us what you did Sunday evening.
Why should she tell you if you already know?
I won't tell nobody.
Listen, guys, I'm going to turn it up.
Your secret is safe with Gwen. You unalived your baby.
Did you hear that? I'll back it up. Turn your volume up and listen to what she says.
You unalived your baby. You planned Sunday. You planned Sunday, did you not, Heifer? Yeah, I'm on a roll today. Spread the good news on YouTube. Queen's on.
She said, did you unalive your baby? After making derogatory racial slurs at her, and it was. That look up paleface. It's derogatory. She also called her some white thing. Listen to her. This is the mother of a missing child. Hey, Patricia. How's any of that okay? I'm going to back this up for the people that just got here. Because I think y'all need to hear this.
For business in the restroom. You might as well ask all these questions, because Mr. Proudfoot has enlightened us about folks' bathroom behaviors. So we're going to go into Billy the Beast. And Mr. Proudfoot, don't take it personal, baby, because as somebody said, Mr. AB, you don't want nobody talking about your business, then you should keep your mouth closed.
He's not the one putting out things out here that shouldn't be out here.
How long has the child been wearing a diaper? Was he wearing a diaper?
Oh my God.
On February 25th.
He wasn't wearing a diaper. I'm going to back this up. I'm sorry. I'm going to back this up. I thought I went back far enough, but I guess I didn't. Her title is that Sebastian wears diapers. It's in the title, the description of her video. Hey, John.
On Good Morning America. Yeah. My mommy and stepdaddy were abusing me. They were abusing me so bad that I'd use the bathroom. I'd wet myself. I would make a bowel movement on myself. Stay woke.
Wow.
Stay woke.
Stay woke.
He knows the child is never going to speak publicly.
Oh my God.
He's never getting ready to go run the South and make any more complaints. He's not going to go back to the schoolhouse and make complaints about child rearing at the Proudfoots. Mr. Proudfoot, you know this, correct? Of course you do. That's why you can easily get up here on this platform, this dusty ass platform, and talk vile about your stepson. And see, this is what I have to tell myself about you.
He's not talked vile about his stepson, but okay.
I might as well go ahead and believe everything Nina said, because you're talking about a 15-year-old. So whatever she said up here on YouTube about what you did to her babies and how you treated her in faith when you lured them down here to Tennessee, it's truthful.
You have no idea if it's truthful, and you shouldn't say that. That's not an opinion. You're stating it as fact. What evidence did she show to back up any of her claims? Zilch. That video, that interview was set up. That was done on purpose. There's a custody battle. They had court coming up. She went on there to annihilate him, and she did that. And she played the victim card very well. Not slighting no victim story. However, there are circumstances in this, and there was not one iota of evidence shown. So you can't state that as fact. Queen.
Okay.
Hey, voices.
As we black folks will say in the street, you did that. You did all of that. You abused that woman. You abused her kids. You didn't want faith. And then you had the nerve to lure her down here, kidnap her kid, involve your parents.
What?
Try to take her to court, intimidate her at the sheriff's department with your country bunking ass family members. I know how you rock down here in Tennessee. I live in Tennessee, so I know how you white folks get down here. And black folks too. We ain't gonna leave us out. I know how you rock down here. I see how these country white folks work. They thick as thieves until somebody point the finger. Then they the first one to go run. Wasn't me. He made me do it. I did it for the love of my son. So mommy dearest, daddy dearest, and stepmamas and stepdaddies, what y'all gonna do when Mr. Proudfoot get locked up?
Why is he gonna get locked up? There's been no charges. There's been no crime. There's been no evidence. What you're stating as fact is not fact. There's no factual evidence of any of what you just stated.
You're gonna be right there in front of the news then. You're gonna talk then, because ain't none of you talking about Sebastian Rogers. How about that? Nobody has anything to say about this little boy. He's a beautiful kid.
Sporty.
He's funny. He's bright. He's talkative. He's this. He's that. I ain't heard nothing from none of Seth's family members. Them mangy mutts. I said that. Now come for Queen. Open invitation. You talking about everything else up here on YouTube. But what is relevant? Where is Sebastian?
Their story
You
has
don't
stayed
share
the
nothing on your
same.
Facebook
They don't have to. They don't owe you or any of us anything.
page.
And after the
Except
way they've been attacked, harassed, and stalked, threatened, and people like you spewing this crap about them, I don't blame them.
for when you feel like it. Let me take you back, April 15th. Well, we almost said May 15th. Checkmate. You see, you lead by example, Mr.
I guess so,
Proudfoot, Katie
Patricia.
Proudfoot. You lead
Oh,
by
she has quite a few derogatory racial terms to use, in my opinion. And what she says, look it up. It's derogatory. Yeah.
example. So you are telling the world you didn't care for him. So this is why I asked all the questions on my community page this morning.
Oh,
Please
she
take
did.
those posts. Please take them.
She post after post after post after post of polls and asked some of the, well, she'll ask the same question 50 times over in different ways, but the same question. And it's all bad. Her name is the Vault XL. She calls herself Queen.
Because there's no way I'm getting ready to put 25 questions up here in this live stream. So please take the post. Katie Proudfoot, when did you check out of child rearing? At what moment did you say, I don't want this kid? After birth, during birth, he was a toddler, early years, recently, past couple years, he became a problem. People are saying in the chat that you just found out that the boy has autism. So somebody gonna say, damn, you didn't know something was wrong with your child? You didn't notice your child doing things and saying things peculiar, acting peculiar movements, facial expressions. So where the fuck you been while you been raising your baby? And somebody said in the chat, Angie, do you think they get high? So let's ask that question. Do you and Mr. Proudfoot get high? Do you chief a little bit? Do you smoke a little Mary Jane? Do you put a little fentanyl or something in there? Do you pop a little pill? Enlighten us. You like talking so much. So that's what I've learned about country folk. And some old highfalutin folks too. You love to talk about everything else but what you doing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna talk about what's really been going on at that nice house over there. You ain't gonna talk about how you treated the boy. You ain't gonna tell us about your little dirty secrets and what y'all been doing. Extracurricular activities. Of course not. But of course, we find out, oh yes, Tennessee whiskey indeed.
Why is my computer
Probably
not
smoke
working?
nasty-ass Fireball whiskey. Did you all abuse this child to where he started to use the restroom on himself?
I had to do that.
Did
for
you
that.
beat the child,
Something's
put your hands on
happening.
the child? How many times have you all
Freezing
whooped
up
the
again.
child? What was your regimen for making the child mine? Stand in the corner, go to bed early, no food, no dessert. Stand outside in the hot heat, stand outside in the cold. Did you ever lock him outside?
Pausing the video.
That's one of my questions.
Oh, there it goes. It keeps freezing up. See, it's not me. It is either StreamYard or YouTube, and it's doing the same thing it was doing it yesterday. Hey, see, Nikki, there's a part that I want to play you guys because she rants like this whole video, but I played it once.
I'm bringing up all the questions that you all have mentioned on this network since I started covering this case. So anything I mentioned in this live stream is not my opinion.
You just stated it as fact.
Or let me say the questions I'm asking are not necessarily questions from the queen. They are questions from the viewing audience, such as locking them outside. You all been running that in the ground. Did he ever run away? Did he ever walk away? Did he ever wander off? Did he sleepwalk?
I'm going to move forward.
Did he know how to bathe himself?
He's 15. Yeah, I think so.
After doing, because
Hi,
Mr.
honey,
Proudfoot, don't take it personal, baby. Because as somebody said, Mr. AB, you don't want nobody talking about your business, then you should keep your mouth closed. How long has the child been wearing a diaper? Was he wearing a diaper on February 25th?
They weren't diapers. They were incontinent briefs. It could have been for any number of reasons. But you even put that in your thumbnail, in your description. Diapers. But you're not about the views and the clicks, right? You're all about the factual part of the case. You haven't spewed any real facts. You've made a lot of false allegations. You want info that you're not entitled to. That's none of your business. It's none of our business.
Because that's when he really got gone, is it not, Katie? Let me get a little closer.
Okay, here we go, guys. I'm playing this for the people that just came in.
Frisky.
I'm going to turn it up.
It's early Saturday. All dolled up for the viewing audience.
Mm-mm.
Was he wearing a diaper on the 25th? Since one YouTuber wanted to run that in the ground in her live stream. It's the 25th. It's the 25th. Why do y'all keep saying the 26th?
She's talking about 111. The reason they consider it the 26th is because it was after midnight. When he went to bed on the 25th, he was in his home, in his bed. He said goodnight to his mother. Fucking idiot.
Sister, calm down. Damn. Thank you for the donation, baby.
Hey, Spitfire.
Did you get him down on the 25th? Because they said he went to school. Seth said he went to school, so I'm assuming Seth.
She didn't get him gone. You need to stop. That's a good pause. I have a feeling I'll be reviewing her again. I haven't even finished going over her lives yet. Just in this and on this story. She's already got another one loaded. She just did this one. It's never ending. Yeah, 111, yeah.
I verified that from a teacher. Sweet Jesus. And frankly, I would want to see a video of my child going into school because you can't believe nothing coming out of the mouths of them Proudfoots. So I'd have to say, hey, I need a video of my child walking into school and walking out. So I know that hell, he went to school on Friday. So what did he do on Saturday?
Hey, Lorton girl.
Did I miss that part of the story? Katie, I'm talking to you. Paleface Katie, I'm talking to you. Carrie White, I'm talking to you.
Did you hear that, ladies? We'll play it again.
Saturday. Did I miss that part of the story?
No,
Katie,
you just don't hear.
I'm talking to you. Paleface Katie, I'm talking to you. Carrie White, I'm talking to you.
She meant that to be derogatory. That's not okay. That's just not okay. Period. I don't care. And to top it off, this is the mother of a missing child where there's no evidence of anything. She's passed her lie detector test. She's just not reacting the way they think she should. And not giving them the information they think they're entitled to. Paleface is a derogatory term. Look it up. All she had to do was Google it. Then she continued on calling her white. Another derogatory, Okay. And she's been that way since she started this live.
I'm going to laugh at you. I'm talking to you. What did you do Saturday? What did you do Friday?
Okay, I'm going to fast forward
what did you do? Shut up,
this part. Because we've seen this. Now you got to hear this because she's going to get real low. So you might want to turn your volume up.
We know what you did Sunday evening. Come on, Katie, you can tell us what you did Sunday evening. I won't tell nobody. Your secret is safe with Gwen. You unalived your baby. You planned Sunday. You planned Sunday, did you not, Heifer? Yeah, I want.
Did y'all hear that? Was it loud enough that you could hear what she said? You unalived your baby. You planned it. Yeah, she's very disgusting. Very. And I'm sorry for 1 second that I even considered differently. But I found her because brought up in my it was brought up by someone else that maybe check her out, that she might be trying to do right in this case, trying to but yeah, she's not. She's not.
On the road today. Spread the good news on YouTube. Queen's on. See, I don't do all that sugarfooting and bullshitting y'all be doing on them other channels. Talking in circles and shit, arguing with folks. I wish the fuck I would.
No, you sit here and throw around very derogatory terms. You think it's okay for you to do that. It's no more okay for you to do it than it is for anybody to do it. And the things you're saying to this mother and this father of a missing child as factual when you have no evidence of anything is gross and disgusting, and really opens yourself up for a lawsuit. You ask her. You told her she unalived her child. You literally said she unalived her child, lady. Who the hell are you? You don't know these people. All you know is the gossip and the rumors you're getting off the channels you're watching, because it's clear who you're watching. You've made it clear. And the Facebook groups, maybe the Reddits. Yeah. Good job.
The time. My time is valuable at 53. I don't know about you other old ass heathens that be up here talking and gapping.
Exactly, Chris Kress. This is gross. And you can say what you want. Pale face is a very derogatory insult. And she knew it, and that's why she said it. And she continued on with the white stuff. And she was clear about the white people earlier. That's not okay. This is not a joke. This is a missing child. This is disgusting. She sat here, said all that stuff, accused this mother, said she unalived her child. No, that's not okay. And I think, Chris, you were in chat that night when, remember, we were talking about other creators that were trying to, get the word out too. And she was brought up. I'm glad I took a minute to look when I seen those posts.
Queen trying to live. Shut your mouth. Did you plan to unalive in a Sebastian Rogers? Because I think you did what Candace Blythe
we were just mentioning creators that we thought nobody knew for sure about her. I don't think any of us had actually watched much of her. But from what little was seen, it gave the appearance that, she was going to not ride that train like them. Well, that never happened. Evidently.
And I believe you've been taking pages out of her playbook. Checkmate. See, it kind of went like this. I've had enough of this autistic kid. I had enough of them using the bathroom and doing this and sticking up the room and blah, blah, blah. We can't take pictures with him because he take goofy pictures. My husband don't like him. My husband don't get along with him. I need my husband. I love my husband. He gives me a good life. I want this man. I know Christopher Proudfoot ain't the best looking man. He ain't no but old pie face Teletubby, but I love him.
Oh, pale face again, huh?
Yeah. And I want to keep my husband.
And she's meaning it to be derogatory. She's meaning it to be hateful and derogatory.
House I got. I want to keep this big boy truck I'm driving. Minus my son, mind you.
Lady, you are so wrong. Your behavior is actually gross. You do not watch what's going on at all. You just go by what, 111 True Crime says. Good source of information. Any of them. Good source. You probably watch Brittany J and J for Justice. I'm sure that's your whole little circle there. Yeah. Really credible sources of information. All you had to do was your own research. There's a lot of crap out here. It's hard to dig through it all and get to the factual stuff, but go back to the beginning. Watch the actual, and who's doing what. Who's really putting out the misinformation? Who's really putting out facts about someone's life that shouldn't be put out here? And now there's a spokesperson who's doing it as well. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just lovely?
So you made a deal with the devil. I gotta get this kid out of here. I gotta keep Mr. Proudfoot. He's my golden nugget. Checkmate.
Let me tell you something. That PR dude says that only him and the detectives and Seth had that call, and those three didn't release it. So that just tells you who released it. Even though they're trying to put a spin on it and say, we don't know who did from the team. You don't have any more of the team. All right, stop it. That's not a. And you knew about that call, and you were fine with it till it was purposely leaked right before the custody hearing. You guys think you're so clever. I said yesterday about it. You weren't clever.
This big boy, he got a good job. He's a crane operator. Smooth operator.
Okay, let's bump her up here.
Rolling on the river.
Oh my God.
And when Simon, boom. Child gone. You planned it. You and Christopher Proudfoot, or you alone. You planned the unaliving of your boy child for some time. And on that fateful Sunday, February 25th, 2024, you put a plan in motion to get rid of your boy child permanently from this earth. And God is the only one that says, I take away human, not you. But you were the head knocker, you and Mr. Proudfoot. That's why you had him out everywhere, Candace.
Hey, Patricia.
The niece that went along is our boy H. Checkmate.
Oh, you got to rewind, Patricia, and hear what she had to say.
Stay woke, baby.
Now she's actually accusing them of planning this for a long time and finally putting the plan into motion. Hey, Senorita. But if you go back and listen to what else she has to say, well, there's no evidence of none of this. She has no evidence to anything, but she's stating it as fact. She's not stating it as anything but fact. Yeah, she has voices.
53 and what the Queen went through. It ain't no accident I'm up here on this jukebox. Somebody told me in the chat, we want you to hang around, Queen, because we like what you tell us in your live streams. You have a purpose.
Oh, okay.
So I say my purpose is for the children.
What purpose is that? Don't say it's for the children. Don't you even say that. Because if you were really for Sebastian, this would be the last thing you would be doing. You are for you, for your content, for your pocket. You don't give two shits about that little boy. Because if you did, you wouldn't have said nothing that you've just said in the last 20 minutes.
My purpose is for the weak one. The one that won't talk, can't talk, scared to talk. I'm going to talk for them.
You can't talk for them. You don't know them. You've never met them. No one can speak for someone else. You have no idea what their home life was like. And honestly, it's not your business.
You put a plan in motion because you wanted to keep your husband. You wanted a life without being obligated to a pissy pants child.
Okay, if that was true, why did she keep him all those years? People keep accusing all this stuff, but at any time she could have gave him to his father. Why didn't she? It's not like they've only been married a month. They've been married quite a few years. They've been together for what, 7 years? So yeah. Okay.
Autistic child. He ain't normal like other children. Come on with it, Queen. Ain't ready. You wanted more from your life.
Wow.
You wanted to be able to talk about your child the way other people talk about their child. Come on with it, Queen. Bring it to him. Well, little Johnny, he's on the honor roll. He's going to be going to Harvard next year. Oh, we're so proud of him. Oh, I can't wait to send my baby off to school. He's going to a top-notch Ivy League school. Katie can't say that. Man, did you see my son run down that field and make that touchdown? Woo! Boy, my son is talented. My son's on the honor roll, and he's the running back. He's the this, he's the that. Katie can't say that. Woo! Honey, my baby can sing. Honey, my baby can sing. My baby that won 10 competitions, honey, and next thing you know, honey, my baby's auditioning for American Idol. Katie can't say that.
Not many moms can. So what does that mean? Can you say that? Did your kids make it for American Idol? Just asking. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, performing for the camera. Exactly.
You couldn't brag to nobody about Sebastian.
And how do you know she didn't? You don't know these people. I don't know what you see, but when I see that woman, I see a broken mom. I see a mom that wants her kid back, wants her kid home. I see someone who's going through the worst time of her life, and she's got people like you constantly attacking and harassing their family. Okay.
And we know the Lord tells us not to envy people, but it's natural to envy others. So don't be jealous of people. Don't covet from your neighbor, if you know what I mean. But it's human nature to want nice things. Want to be more than what you got on the table. You're a little heavy, you want to be a little thinner. Straight hair want curly hair. Curly want straight. Blonde want to be red. Red want to be blonde. You see where I'm going. Talented want to be more talented. Under-talent want to really be talented. You didn't have nothing to brag about, Katie. You didn't have nothing to brag about.
Who the hell are you to tell her what she had to say about her child? Who do you think you are? Just because your child isn't an American Idol singer or contestant Doesn't mean you're not proud of them and you don't brag about them. Everybody's different. They do their own things. You're still proud as a parent. It doesn't matter if there's some famous singer or if there's some grocery clerk. You're still proud of your child. Lady, what is wrong with you? Are you really just putting all this on for the camera? Because you got over 14K subs, but most of the time your views don't add up with your sub count. Just saying. And I noticed that today. I mean, some of your videos you do okay. But for that size of channel, okay. Yeah, look at the trophies he was in front of. Exactly, Hope. Hey, Rainbow Mom. Bet you didn't bother to check out none of that because it doesn't fit your narrative, does it? But then again, you don't show no evidence because there is no evidence of what you're saying. But yet you're stating it as fact. You said this woman planned this for a long time to unalive her child. They need to put her on the top of the attorney list. I know that.
On your boy. So I'm wondering how long you've been seething inside, empty inside, wanting more. So you forfeit the lamb for Mr. Proudfoot. See, that's what people don't understand about that meaning, silence of the lambs, because it's true. Usually one lamb has to be slaughtered to save another lamb, such as Summer Wells.
Oh, here we go. They've all been adding Summer back into this all over the place. And even Monkey Bond. Old Spanky Boy's been hitting the Summer hard. Summer and Monkey Bond cases hard. Of course, he always slides Brandy, protect, he doesn't go at her like he does all the other parents. Because she comes into his chat and stuff. But she had to slide that Summer Wells in there.
One lamb had to be slaughtered to free 3 other lambs.
Okay. No one was slaughtered. Do you understand that? How about having some hope that this teenage boy's gonna come home? How about that? Miss Church Lady?
Sebastian had to be slaughtered to save Faith. Shut your mouth.
Why? If she didn't want the responsibility anymore, all she had to do was hand him off to his dad, who supposedly couldn't wait to take him. But, maybe he was a lot to handle. He's 15. He was autistic, which you people seem to use to define him, but it doesn't. And there was other issues as well. So he was going to live with his dad. So really what you're saying doesn't make any sense because he was going to live with his dad. She's mosquito scripture. Mosquitoing scripture. Sorry. Oh, yeah. She's got over 14K. But you would expect a channel that has over 14K to get more than 800 views. I mean, some videos she had a couple thousand, but not as many. And At almost 15K, you should, you would hope your numbers will be better. I'm just saying. If I ever get there, I hope mine are. Oh, guys, don't forget to check out my live from today. Earlier.
Say it again, Quinn. A lamb had to be eliminated to save another lamb by the name of faith.
What? What? It was a custody battle. They get nasty. No one knows who was going to win at the end. And I don't get your thinking because it makes no sense. He was already going to live with his father. Problem solved, right? According to you people. Since you think that was the problem, that would have solved the problem. So I don't know. I have no idea, Patricia. You got me. Let me fast forward to her. I didn't want to watch a lot of her, but now I want to finish it.
They're on to us. Chris, what are we going to do? They keep making all these videos. They just go on and on and on. Oh my God, they're always talking about us. They're talking about my mother. They're talking about my sister. I wish those fucking YouTubers leave us alone. We don't deserve this. I've been a good mother. I've been in the military. I'm a veteran. I don't give a damn. You a fraud.
She's gone under different names in those 2 years, really. Hey, Touch Grass. Hey, Liz. What did you just walk into? Oh, you got to rewind it. Yeah, you're missing a bunch. Oh, yeah, it's a lot. You do not like her. Me neither. I can say that.
Y'all made me cry, girl. They don't sleep. That's why they on YouTube. Shut your mouth. Exactly. Can't sleep at night.
Oh my God.
Color purple. Same guy's trying to tell you something. Can't sleep at night because you know what you've done. Exactly.
It couldn't be that her child's missing. Her child ran away. It couldn't be that it's one of the worst things to happen in your life where you just cannot find your child and know nothing. Couldn't be any of that, right? Nah.
And that's why you always up here on YouTube. Candy in the background with a tail between her legs whimpering like a fat-ass puppy.
Hey,
and you just talking and talking and talking, and you just digging a hole deeper. Don't you motherfuckers know LE, TDI, they're looking at you too? Because now you've given them a reason to look at you and watch you. Because they're sitting back talking about
you. Hey, guess what? When a child goes missing, they watch the parents. That's kind of expected, especially when it happened at home. You know, the child just, when you run away, you don't exactly announce that you're running away, and you don't set a time and say, hey, I'm leaving at 5:15. Don't forget, I'm running away at 5:15. Everybody, you got that? And then proceed to run away. So, yeah, of course, they're going to look at all the parents, all the family members. That's just kind of like standard.
Law enforcement, damn, these people hate each other.
I seen titles of the West Boys. I haven't had a chance to watch them. Are they bad, Liz? Because she got bad in this. What I played in the beginning, and it's going to amp back up. And I wasn't going to play it all, but now people got to see what.
I would agree.
Hey, Skip to my love.
What do you think they did with that boy? They got rid of him. All right, guys, we got homework to do.
Okay, so her theory is that they were planning this, either Katie and Chris or Katie by herself, had been planning this for quite some time and decided to act upon it on that specific weekend. Now, she's not sure if it was Katie and Chris or just Katie. But she said Katie unalived her son and put him somewhere because he wears diapers. Hey, Sam. Um, she couldn't handle it, you know, and because she wanted her freedom. Another Tiscadero, cool name.
Let's look at the Proudfoots. You've given them a reason to believe you killed your kid, and you don't even understand it. You don't even realize that.
No. Okay. You don't think that the house, the vehicles, the neighborhood, and outside the neighborhood, 43 ponds, hours and hours, miles and miles, acres and acres covered, searched, and nothing. You don't think that if something happened in that house, there would have been some kind of trace, huh? You know, there's been dogs involved. Um, yeah. And we're not talking about fake dog handlers who have elaborate careers. I mean, Jesus, their careers are unbelievable. And her husband couldn't have been no older than what, 15 to 18 when he was instrumental in taking down Charles Manson. Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, another fraud.
You don't even realize
The house was done
you
10
are giving
times.
law enforcement a reason to assume you unalive your child because they can see the hate. They can smell it. Every time you go live, Mr. Proudfoot, every time you talk.
No, I see a very frustrated. And yeah, Chris has an attitude. He no denying that. But I get his anger and his frustration right now. He's got the father putting out all kind of crap all over the place, co-signing all the crap you people are putting out. And now the father's got a PI guy who's also running them into the dirt. Some PI guy, PR guy. Yeah, okay. I have questions, and I still have. I'm sorry. There's just some red flags there for me. There has been from the get go. I didn't understand it. I said there was something just didn't add up. And the PR guy turned out to be exactly what I said he would do. Hey, Runny Bear. Yeah, I mean, his wife couldn't stay in their home because it wasn't safe. And I think Katie very much wanted to be a part of those vigils, but she also knew it wasn't safe. Look at what the people are doing. They chased them down to the campground. We're outside picketing with signs. The campground. You know, they were out living life according to Seth. Yeah, that's not living life. Okay. I'm sure she very much wanted to be a part of things. They made it to the point she couldn't. Yeah, Tony is making it worse. I don't understand it. Something is just not adding up with that whole shit. I'm sorry. Um Something's just not adding up.
They can smell it. He
But I
hated
said that
boy.
from the get go.
He hates Seth Rogers. What did I tell you?
Now, at the beginning of this live, she did nothing but insult white people, call pale faces, which is very derogatory, some other white derogatory terms, all aiming at Katie and at Katie, accusing Katie of doing this. She needs to look up the term pale face because it's very derogatory and it's not okay.
He's never going to admit he killed a kid. Katie's never going to admit she killed a kid, but I can show you why I wanted him gone.
But they passed lie detector tests, lady. You just did this live. They passed lie detector test. They didn't need multiple testing attempts to pass. They passed. Just saying.
And that's what they have done here on YouTube. Now imagine, after all you've heard.
Oh, 1000% about the call being
from
released
this
and all that.
Fucking Build-A-Bear. What you don't know.
Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear.
About all of their lives together. From the moment Katie gave birth, her marriage to Seth, what went wrong, did he abuse her? So Seth, we're going to lean on you right now because I'm not going to leave a stone unturned. Were you beating Katie Proudfoot? Were you abusing her? Were you abusing your boy child? You allegedly say the allegations were unfounded in court.
They were.
But I know sometimes in dealing with CPS, from what we've seen with abused children, there's usually some truth. Sometimes.
Yeah, there's usually some truth. And then she goes, sometimes. Let me tell you something, lady. People lie. People call in false complaints all the time. It would shock you how many a day get called in. It's not sometimes. It's all the time. Things can be, and in other instances, things can be be said to be one way, but they really aren't that way because somebody's angry. So, yeah, you clearly don't get it. Unfortunately, I worked in the system. I know what it's like. There is hundreds of false tips called in. Hundreds. In a given week, probably thousands.
Not saying people don't lie, but I'm curious.
She's called the Vault XL. It's at the top of the screen. I'll link it in the description at the end.
Did you put your hands on her? Did you put your hands on the boy? Were you hard on her? Were you hard on the boy? Were you a strict father? Are you a strict father? Did you really want to be bothered with your child? Did you sense that something was wrong with your child? Did you see signs in the little boy when he was little? Something ain't right with this boy. Are we getting the real Seth Roberts up here on YouTube and the news? Just asking. Because as detectives have been saying on News Nation, sometimes what you think is going on ain't. Sometimes the people look guilty, but they're not. So we're going to flip the script now. Are we looking at people who are just dysfunctional, such as the Proudfoots?
Get ready. She's flipping the script.
But they didn't unalive the boy. We have a father who seems in tune to the child. He's out here searching. He stopped working for a brief period of time, but he's back to work now. But maybe he really don't care about the boy. He's just putting on. What's the truth? We're gonna chop up.
Seth is not back to work, is he? As far as I know, he's not. The searching, I'll leave that alone. Okay. I'll leave it alone.
So down the road, when we finally get to the truth,
Me
if
too.
ever, we can either say, well, we talked about that, had no idea. Seth,
You got it wrong. Chris is the one who actually is back to work. Seth is not. They are still sharing the GoFundMe and the Cash App links like crazy. There's that. He is no longer paying for API, and one he didn't even pay for. I doubt much of that money was used for the PI because it was very brief that she was around. Once the initial retainer was done, that was it. There was no refill. Who didn't see that coming? And allegedly, supposedly, by what Tony has stated, he's not being paid for everything he's doing either. I'm sorry. From the get go, I questioned this. There's just, I didn't have, I had some red flags with this Tony and the whole situation. Hey, blank screen. And I was right. But according to her, they pale faces and murmurers.
Go get your son out of there. Are you hiding him out somewhere? Is he with some relative cross country because you didn't like what was going on with Katie? Did you question Katie and Chris about their behavior with your son? Did your son come to you to tell you he was abused? Did he go to the schoolhouse and other people?
You know what? I give her that. She's asking the same hard questions about Zeth and his family because according to Zeth, he knew that his son was afraid and didn't want to be there and stuff. But what did they do about it? What did they do about, hey, Stargazers, Mom, good to see you. Hey, Amp 1979. What did they do about it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Say he was abused. Allegedly, you all say he did. Did the child tell other people he was abused by the Proudfoots? Did he tell you verbatim he was abused by Katie and Chris or which and so alpha? Did you confront them about what your child said? Did you put your child in front of them with you to say, my child fears for his safety. My child don't like living here. My child said you did this, and this. I want to know, what did you do? I'm going to lay off the Proudfoots for a couple of minutes. Tell me what you did. That's what I'm more concerned with.
Don't worry, she'll flip-flop back. She's already accused them of planning this for a long time, carrying it out.
Seth Rogers, did you see signs that your child was sinking sand? Something was going on with him? Or did you put your head in the sand and say, fuck it?
You know, y'all jump on Chris for working out of town and not being home. But did you ever ask why Zeth wasn't as involved as he's portrayed himself to have been? Just saying. I'm not trying to shade either parent here, but there's one that's putting out all this stuff that is causing a lot of this. It is because of him. Hey, Gina Marie, that all this is going on. But this lady has no right to get on here and talk trash about white people like she has, call people pale faces and other derogatory white comments. That's not right. On top of them being the parents of a missing child, that she sat here and said they murmured him. Then she's flipping the script onto Zeth. But just wait, she's going to flip it back.
Because what I want to know is, why are you getting a child at 15, 16 when they're almost grown? Did that boy tell his father he did not want to go home? When did he tell that? Because you didn't tell us that on TV. You left it open-ended. Oh, yeah. Sebastian told me he didn't want to go home. Okay. When? February, January, December, November, 23? When? Make it make sense. Stop talking about that boy in open-ended discussions. Either tell us everything or keep your fucking mouth closed. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about Sebastian and open-ended content. He was wearing a diaper. When?
He wasn't wearing a diaper. Stop. You're saying that for the got you, the grab moment for your audience. You're gross. That's disgusting. They were incontinence briefs. They were not diapers. And there's reasons, many reasons, that would have been necessary, which is none of your business.
He used the bathroom on himself. How long?
And he didn't. He didn't see the whole month of February.
Home. When did he tell you that? Did you confront the parents?
Yeah,
Did you all have a group discussion? What was their response? Everything is open-ended with Seth talking about this damn boy.
Hey, Mystery.
And Christopher Proudfoot too. You don't give no damn receipts on nothing. Because talk is cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us when he started using the bathroom. Tell us why he was using the bathroom. Tell us what you tried to do to get him to stop using the bathroom. Why you up
It's
here?
none of your business. It's none of our business.
Telling the boys fucking bitch.
No, Seth is the one telling the boys business when he shouldn't be, in my opinion. Oh, shoot. Let me get my... Oh, my gosh. I didn't put my banner on. This is fair use, and it is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Yeah, I know. It says I can use it for educational purposes, entertainment purposes, criticism and commentary. All the above, and then some. But I fair use the hell out of stuff, so you'd have a hard time. Because that's one thing they can't say is I don't fair use, I over fair use. I talk way more than I need to. But we're going to give you some background music just to make sure. Because I don't know if you're a striker or not. Or an attempted strike, false striker. Because it would be a false strike. Because this is fair use. But just in case, I'm going to make sure I'm covered. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Let me know if that music's too loud in the background. I keep forgetting.
Business on YouTube. Stinking mutt.
This is the Vault XL, and she calls herself
Grandma, why you
at
just
this
not
time
coming out
Queen.
speaking? Why haven't you been talking? You came out a couple weeks ago
Yeah,
with the
he did.
vigil. Never heard nothing from you. Where is all of Seth's parents, friends, cousins? Where is every fucking body? Katie Proudfoot. Back to you.
Uh-huh.
Where is your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousins? You ain't got no brothers and sisters? Oh, I miss my nephew. He was so happy. Oh, I love spending time with him. Oh. You don't hear nothing. Same thing with Summer Wells. Everybody got a brother, a sister, a mama.
But that doesn't mean they're in touch with them or they live close to them and they spend any time together. And honestly, it's not pertinent, so.
Grandmama, you don't hear nothing.
Yeah, the grandparents have been around. Chris's parents have been around, but you guys have chosen to attack and harass them as well. Go to their home and everything. Yeah, so I get why no one's saying anything. Because as soon as someone does, you people attack them like a bunch of vermin attacking a bee's nest or something, you know?
Goes to the news to say, hi, I'm Summer Wells' auntie. I'm Summer Wells' older sister. I'm Summer Wells' older brother. I'm Summer Wells' something.
Exactly. That's what I mean, Mystery. She gave, this isn't, you should play this from the beginning. It will shock you what she says. I'm going to be fast forwarding here to get through it, or we're never going to get to Slimy. Yeah, she's a lot. And this is just one of several.
Nothing. Just some old hee-haw, honky-tonk shit out of Kingsport. You see how that ended up. Ghetto fabulous ass neighbors that all they want to do is sit on YouTube and talk.
Oh my God, that's not a real neighbor. Are you kidding me? Why am I not surprised that you're falling for the neighbor call too? Are you kidding me? If you were speaking about the neighbor, in fact, I don't trust any of the ones that have claimed to be neighbors, to be honest with you. If you're talking about Brooks's Crime Lines and Lies neighbor call, oh honey. His name is Mark W. He's a chatter. He goes into everybody's chats. He begs for wrenches. He sends people gift cards. Um, he emails everybody. He chats with everybody. He inserts himself. And I'm looking into that about some other things he's inserted himself into. Um, but yeah, that's definitely Mark W. That's no neighbor. I'll stand on that chest out 1000%. I know who I talk to. But anyway, I don't believe you're believing that. Oh my lord.
Shit. It's all like that.
Yeah, Story Night. The Brooks. The other night I did a live and showed the messages, and yeah. The other day I did one, busted out Mark. Yeah, the caller on Brooks, the crime lines and lies, she lies. That was Mark W. I know for a fact I spent hours talking to Mark W. That is Mark W. Who is out of New York and supposedly delivers packages or works for UPS. Who was a police officer for a couple of years but left to work for UPS because the money was better. Married, has twins, has a dog that he sent pictures around, apparently not just to me, but to several creators. Yeah, that Mark.
All that. I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, he the minute I busted him out when we were gonna do a live, he supposedly had a recording to bust out CJ. Then he started adding crazy facts like, well, Chris is gonna come up. I talked to Chris. And then he started saying, well, then he wanted Duchess to come up, and Duchess talks to Katie, and he had led everybody to believe that him and Duchess were friends, and he called her Dutchie. And he said that he had a recorded phone call that he had with his brother, who is a U.S. Marshal in Tennessee, who was speaking with another law enforcement officer about the RSO diver and then CJ, and that they told him, and that this other officer knew that he was on the call apparently and recording it. I don't get it, but yeah. Needless, and that CJ was not to go, was told by law enforcement to stay away. That's why he stayed away. Hey Jamal, good to see you. That's why he stayed away. He never sent me the call. I needed to hear the call. I needed to vet the call. When I started calling him out on it, the phone number was no longer in service. The email address was no longer any good. All of a sudden, I get a message from a phone from Tennessee, that area, the phone number. You can do that on the internet, saying they were Chris. And they got my number from Mark. And I showed them, they're all on my live. I showed the messages. Well, I called that out. That number quit working. Minutes later, I get another message from another Tennessee number from that area saying it's Chris again. And when I call him out and call him Mark, he said, well, I'll go talk to Dutch then. First he said, excuse me. And then he said, well, I'll go talk to Dutch then. Okay, that number was no longer in service either. He would use the internet numbers. And the minute he got called out, it ended. It was crazy. But that is definitely the caller that Brooks had on her show. That was Mark W. That's who I know as Mark W. That's who's around in all these chats as Mark W. Now, Granny said that there's a possibility that, have any of you ever seen the chatter? Hey, Rowdy. Hey, Chico. Foxy in the Boxy. Does anybody remember anybody by that name? Foxy in the Boxy. Let me know if you do. Let's get back into her. We're never going to finish to get to Slimy, and I've got to get to Slimy. Slimy needs some attention.
Me something.
But I'm going to fast forward through some of this because this lady, she'll piss you off the whole way through. But the beginning of this was, hey, Rachel, what I wanted to show everybody. The things she said. Whoa. Oh. I'll get me a t-shirt that says pale face on it.
Relevance.
And what was her other white
And you all have been
derogatory
feeding into
comments?
it. Well, let me tell you what Jody Sue said. Let me tell you what Billy Bob said. And they got that guy, he was sleeping in a camper next to the whales.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward here. She's
That's
so
all y'all
dramatic.
do. Y'all let any person just jump on YouTube, Facebook with a story, and you spread it.
But you believe him. You've been sitting here all night spreading exactly everything that you've got off these channels and Facebook. Are you kidding? What the hell? What? Lady, you literally sat here because of the stuff you're seeing on these other channels. Even mentioned that that's where you're getting your content from. You called them pale faces and some other derogatory white remarks. You accused them of planning this for a long time, either them together or her by herself. You're not sure which one. And that weekend deciding to put their plan into action, or her plan into action, whichever. You said that she unalived her son. You've said it numerous times. Then you flipped the script for a minute on Seth. But then you're right back to the profits. So yeah, okay.
Like wildfire. Well, Bob said the little girl liked to walk off the property. She sometimes did that.
You
No,
got your
she
sister
did. She would
riled
never
up.
leave the property. She's a good little girl. I don't ever walk around. I'm scared of coyotes and snakes. But you ain't afraid of that beer bottle.
She's throwing stuff at the TV. Tell her to watch the beginning of it. She might really get pissed. That's fast
You know,
forward.
Will said that. Always repeating shit. But you can't tell me where Summer is.
You don't need to know. They can't tell you what they don't know. That's about it.
You all love repeating what Don said, and you ain't thought that he's the one that got rid of his own kid, him and Candace. But you will argue a person down. Yeah, I'm talking to you out there. You
Okay.
little messy boots.
Okay, look. I don't wear boots. It's hot down here. Your feet would sweat like no freaking tomorrow. Can't do the boot thing, too hot right now. But look. I don't know what happened to Summer. I haven't seen any evidence to say that they did anything. I can have my opinions, sure. But you know what? My opinion doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to the case. There's no evidence. And see, I need evidence. I can't just say they did something when I don't know for a fact they did. Because like I told you, what I think doesn't matter. It's what law enforcement can prove. You see?
Little messy chat members, messy YouTubers. We're always repeating shit from a person that more than likely is a fucking killer. You all are just weird. Well, Don said CPS did this, and he said Jilly Bob did this. The same motherfucker that probably killed their kid. You gonna listen to what the fuck they got to say? Now, way over here in West Tennessee.
Oh, so Foxy in the Boxy is a woman? Okay, then it can't be the same. It's probably not the same person. But okay. Well, I'm still working on something else. I was sent some videos I'm gonna watch tonight later when I can't sleep. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll lead somewhere.
We got the proud
There's 3
foots.
mirrors behind
Let me
her
tell
with
you
3 different characters in her mind. Patricia.
what he said on this YouTuber's channel. He said the boy wears diapers. He said somebody gave him
Hey,
a
Lisa.
bed. He wasn't throwing out no furniture.
I think the correct term is what I've been told is prejudice. And yeah, she was very derogatory. She was.
So we went from Donald Wells telling you that unicorns can fly, all the way over here to West Tennessee, and Mr. Proudfoot telling you unicorns can fly, and you just listen to any damn thing. Girl, did you hear what he said?
Oh my
Oh my God, Mr.
Lord.
Proudfoot! He's on a live stream! The fuck is right? Let me tell you what Mr. Proudfoot said. Who? Who the fuck is Mr. Proudfoot? Who is Katie Proudfoot?
They're the parents of the 15-year-old who's missing, Sebastian Rogers. You know who this is supposed to be about. But see, doing things like this does not put awareness out, does not help in this case at all. Being derogatory doesn't help. Stating things as fact that you have no evidence of doesn't help.
Nobody.
But I do believe the right term for it would be prejudice, not racist. It would be
A woman came to
prejudice.
YouTube and told you he was hitting her children, and she stayed with him anyway and made a baby
But I
with
say
him
it's
fast.
derogatory no matter how you spin it. But it is very derogatory.
What did I tell you yesterday and the
Okay,
day before?
wait a minute. So Foxy in a bin in the Foxy in the boxy is a dude. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, he was a very big. So Foxy in the Boxy was a very big supporter and a mod over there for BJ. I don't know if under that name or a different name, but was a mod for BJ for a while too. Because what Mark W said is he modded for her, and he was modding for her when she lost her monetization and 3 days before Christmas, and wanted to spin to everybody. Hey, Skullgirl, she's a comedian, yeah. Hey, Be Still. But, oh, Lisa, I would like to talk to you. You haven't, you know about Foxy, huh? But he said that he left because she was lying to everybody about not having Christmas and stuff for her kids because she lost her monetization. But it was already almost Christmas and it wouldn't have mattered. She still got her check on the 21st. And, you know what I mean? And he said she was telling them to push her pay links really hard to, put them all through the chat, and push them hard. And he said it made him uncomfortable because she kept doing it, so that's why he left, which I didn't believe, but fixed it. Thanks for the. Okay.
You will beat a little person. You'll beat a 15-year-old.
Who beat a little person? Who beat a little person? Ma'am, who beat a little person, and where's your proof of this? That's a big accusation to throw at someone. Do you have any proof? Do you have any proof? Because there's never been proof shown of any of this anywhere. There's court records on, some things that you people don't talk about, but I haven't seen court records. This is a nasty custody battle. Unfortunately, they get nasty and accusations are thrown. I truly believe that that's why this call was released the way it was. And I truly believe Seth released that call. And it was on purpose. Right before the custody hearing. Come on, please. Then his PR guy is going to come out now and also jump the train, trying to say that he was trying to stay neutral, but he wasn't. Never trying to stay neutral. I called that out from the get-go. What he was trying to appear, he was not. And now the PI guy, because of the bad reaction to the call, and don't think some of these people are actually starting to question Seth now. I think the tide, especially since his mom, one day is accusing everybody of everything, and then the next day coming out and saying something completely different. Now she's threatening to sue JLR. It's insane. But yeah, Robin's threatening to sue JLR, which is in Slimeys. That's why I might end this and go to Slimeys.
Exactly, Cornbread.
Because she just keeps going.
You'll lie about one thing, you'll lie about another.
Fast forward.
Photos generated. Why would you do that, lady? There's a child missing. You and your husband, you're bored too? You want to be on YouTube?
Actually, apparently, the woman's child who's in the photo has asked everybody to shut up about it and to quit sharing his photo.
The woman in the picture who says it's of her and her son. What's really going on with you? One of the commenters says, I think she has a child. I said, oh, so she's going to kidnap a kid that looks like her kid? Come on, stop it. I'm asking all the questions that you all have been asking and worrying me about in the chat.
These questions have been asked and answered by law enforcement. So, lady, you're not doing anything unique or anything helpful. Because you don't want the factual answers. You want to run the narrative. You want the control of the story to fit whatever you're saying. And that's just not how it goes.
Does not mean it's my idea or my thought process. Because I think everything stops with Katie and Chris. Not none of this other bullshit that's playing out on YouTube. Fake photographs, AI generated photographs.
It wasn't AI generated.
So now let's ask that. Ma'am, should you be investigated for uploading a fake picture of a boy that's missing? Should we be looking at you for fraud? For causing hysteria on the internet?
Hysteria.
Do you know Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot or Seth? The woman in the picture, do you know Seth or the Proudfoots? Because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with all of you. Because true crime brings out Looney Tunes. People who can't think. They've got space in between their ears. They're bored, lonely housewives. Mommies that sit at home all day, bored, sick of pushing the vacuum cleaner and folding clothes. So we make up stuff.
Is that what you do? Because you've sat here and accused these people of everything under the sun, and you have not one iota of evidence. Because if there was, law enforcement would have arrested him. Just saying. I'm going to get a screenshot of that. Pause on point.
And we believe anything people say in the chat. We believe anything the YouTuber says, even when it makes no fucking sense. I believe it. I like that YouTube doesn't make any sense, but I like her. So you get a kick out of people saying crazy shit to you or asking you questions. You're never going to tell the truth anyway. So this is why I don't understand why people keep messaging Christopher Proudfoot, Donald Wells, Candace Blythe. What do you want with these people? What is missing in you that you need to talk to somebody who probably killed a kid? Help me understand. And I get it, when a case first comes out, YouTubers try to reach the family members, reporters try to reach the family members, but the reporters, okay, that's their job. But you have to think, people don't view YouTubers like reporters. They just don't. So you got YouTubers in the messenger, you got chat members in the messenger. It's a lot. And then you're gonna run back in somebody's chat and type. I just sent Christopher Proudfoot a message. We talked for a little while. He seems really, really nice. I sent a message to Donald Wells. I sent a message to Candace Blythe. They really seem really, really nice. I don't think they unalived their child. And you know them from where? You know them how. And then you see their lives play out on YouTube, and you'll still uphold them. Don, Candace, I know what the people are saying about you, but I'm supporting you. And the next thing you know, they turn on them. On the Wells, the Proudfoots, whoever the story's about. And then they go make a live, and they can't wait to share the good news with you about how they fell out with Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot and or Don, Candace, whoever the damn story's about. Because they weren't genuine in the first place. It's for the likes and the views. Have you all not figured that out? You don't find it strange that all these people that go reach out to these parents of missing children later fall out with the parent, except for Queen. I'm not reaching out to nobody with no missing kids. I pick and choose who I want to reach out to. That's because in each case that I covered of a missing child, their parents are filed. And only one case I've covered where everybody thought the parents were involved, that's Camille McKinney out of Alabama. A lot of people did not like her biological parents because they stayed in the street. They are street people. They were not arrested for her murder. 2 other people were arrested in the murder of Camille McKinney. Tarika Brown and Patrick Stallworth. And still there are people who were not sure, 34%. 3%. After birth, 3%. Early years, recently, 24%. Not sure. He's supposed to only speak on your behalf. Bring an update. Talking to the police. She ain't done nothing. She ain't doing nothing wrong. They could have had a weapon in her hand, a hammer, anything. And then the police just start shooting. And then all of you all are laying there dead. All because of a jump off. So that young lady needs to think carefully about taking a child into an encampment again or any type of situation. Always call the police first. That's just my opinion. All right, everybody. The movie I recommended a couple days, 12% of you not sure. You all tickle me with your comment.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Um, wow. I couldn't do no more. She's just reading those comments that or those polls that I told you she posted a lot of polls asking sometimes the same question 4 or 5 times at least. Sometimes, well, maybe 3 or 4. But yeah, it was a lot. Um, just wording it different, but some really, ooh, okay. Now I wrote my timestamps down for this video. Okay, and I believe I was gonna do What a Storm in Stillness, Sebastian, but I think we're gonna do this one instead. Because I've watched them both, and you know, I realized there's, up until I know this could be a rough weekend for a lot of people. Mother's Day can be tough you know, when I lost my son, I didn't even acknowledge Mother's Day for a long time. And then, my goddaughters, they were living with us. So, but then when my heart got ripped out and they left, I didn't celebrate Mother's Day. Or we didn't celebrate Father's Day either. And then we got more kids, so it makes a difference. But there's people that, don't celebrate it for their own reasons. And, you know, I'm going to try to fit in a short live tomorrow. But how long I've been on? Oh my God. Oh no, I didn't come on until 9:50. Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to be able to do this, I think, in the 3 hour mark. I wish I should have just did one and not two. Maybe that's what I'll start doing so I don't tie you up so long. But what do y'all think of that, the vault? Hmm. Hey, Tina. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Poolside. Yeah, they do break your heart, and they don't need this. But what this lady said tonight that I just reviewed, nope. And Slimy got a lot to say, and I've left her alone for a couple days. Not tonight. She needs some attention. I'm going to start up here, but I'm going to fast forward a lot. Let me get my timestamps. Oh, those are timestamps for True 11. I was going to do 111 True Crime, but instead of that, I thought I decided to do the vault instead. This was Slimy from today. I have the one from yesterday that I want to do too, probably tomorrow. That I have timestamps on. But this one, yeah. She thinks she's funny, but I'm fast forwarding her. Okay, let's move her on. She's being funny. She's alluding to going at Chris and Katie. I'm not sharing screen. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I did. I'm not muted. I just was letting her play. Um, she's building all this up, and I'm going to fast forward through it because she's building all this up to go at Chris and Katie, trying to make fun of Katie on Mother's Day. Sorry about that, not sharing the screen, but I'm going to fast forward through all this crap because she thinks she's funny and she's not.
So there's nothing like it. But so now I'm going to do what I said. Again, this is what I told AB. I understand now why you do what you do.
She's talking about AB.
And every morning, this is why I told y'all this was my routine. I got a little bit out of my routine.
Hey, Manya, how you doing?
Good
to see
harm or
you.
disrespect to anybody. But some
Well,
of
I'm
this
glad
shit
you
was
came
funny
in,
as shit.
Tina.
I'm gonna have to tell y'all. Hey, Justin, my buddy.
Yikes.
Some of this was funny. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm not trying to go after nobody or trash nobody, so y'all don't take it the wrong way. Smiley's just being smiley. But this shit was funny. I'm still saying. And then we're gonna get on to some other things. Oh Lord, have mercy. So a little while ago, and I go back and forth from the groups all day. Somebody is pissed off. And then I saw, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to try not to get distracted. Oh, God, now I'll start. So Seth's mom, Robin, has threatened to sue JLR.
She thinks it's funny. Only
Okay.
2,800 words. Oh my gosh.
I have no problem with JLR, as y'all noticed. I don't have a problem with Robin. I have no problem with neither. Hold on. I want to read y'all this. Can y'all might want to just sit on your hands and stay neutral. Y'all might want to just stay neutral, okay? Yeah, I'm fixing to tell you that, girl. I just ask that y'all stay neutral. I'm not taking any sides, okay? Because some weird shit's come out lately. This is why I said I can understand now why AB does what he does, okay? So here's this. So I'm going to read this to you. First of all, Jonathan puts out something a couple hours ago, and it says, this woman is a piece of work. She makes public posts calling out Chris and Katie. I report about her post. Now she threatens to sue me. Unbelievable. Well, it was something in one of the
Go figure. Someone threatening to sue Jonathan Lee Riches. Wonder why. Hi, Halloween baby. Good to see you. Wonder why.
Facebook.
Hey,
I'm
Dimple
gonna try
Duck.
to read it here. Facebook groups that where he was posting on yesterday what Robin had said, that she kind of, and Tony touched on that, where she kind of had said that Katie had passed 2 polygraphs and da-da-da. I posted that in my community post. Well, Robin had got mad about that and emailed Jonathan and told him, don't do that no more, that she's going. Okay, so she told him don't do that. She said don't do that. She's gonna she's going to sue him. So Magnolia said, tip of advice to Robin, don't ever put anything in writing that you wouldn't want to see on the front page of the New York Times. Public figures who post public comments on public platforms then have the audacity to say no one can report on them is wild to me. And then she put Robin's public post, okay?
But Robin is not a public personality.
So Robin post, here's what Robin says to
She
Jonathan.
probably is, Tina, because she's got some background.
She said, I'm
Yeah.
once again telling
Oh,
you
happy
to
Mother's Day
cease
to you
and
too,
desist
Halloween
with
baby.
the use of my
Yes,
name.
guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button so we can get this video in the algorithm so people can see what I'm calling out here. Maybe they can see what they do. Sub up if you're not subbed up. We have poolside memberships. We got some cool names to choose from for our poolside memberships.
My post or anything to do with me. I am trying to decrease the chaos, and you just keep perpetrating to it. Any further use of my name, my image, question mark, my post, anything to do with me on your channel will result in legal action. Stop protruding to the chaos. So, okay, so hold on. So Jonathan says, wait, I don't understand. She makes these posts saying Sebastian confided with her about abuse, but she didn't report it. So then he's writing that in his thing. And then somebody named Holly said, Jonathan, I gave up trying to understand these people and the way their minds work. So this Bonnie says, guess there'll be a GoFundMe set up to pay her legal fees. Jonathan said, this woman is a piece of work. She makes public posts calling out Chris and Katie. I report about her post, now threatens to sue me. Unbelievable. And then Jonathan says, I don't understand why she makes these posts saying Sebastian confided with her about the abuse but didn't report it. Holly says, I gave up trying to understand these people and how their minds work. Bonnie says, guess, and then there's the guess the GoFundMe page again. I guess that's double. And then Sherry, this girl named Sherry says, Jonathan, that family from both sides is a mess. I've only worked with the missing children in California, and I've never seen families in this manner. All they care about is the rumors, not Sebastian. If they go after you, then they better be ready. Sebastian stole our hearts, and no one.
Now, this is somebody sticking up for JLR, saying that they will help him if he gets sued. And that he has people that'll help him. I doubt
will
it.
back down from this. I never
fast
pick a
forwarding.
side in this case. The side has been chosen by the family's actions. They're crumbling, and they
No,
need to.
you've never, from the out the gate, you pretty much chose a side when there was no side to choose. They are all the parents of a missing child. Period. It's not about choosing sides. It's about finding Sebastian.
Make sure, they stop. I don't get this, y'all. I mean, I don't. But that's not even, why. And I agree with you, Vet Girl. I mean, that's what I said yesterday. I can understand because, let me put hers up here. Because I think in light of, and that was my point yesterday, I think she's going through a lot as far as, look, I'm a mom, and there's a couple of ways I feel about things. Okay, and I'm just going to be honest. There's a couple of ways that I can look at this.
Oh, now the vault lady did a live that the Proud Puts are selling their home. She puts it in her thumbnail, in her description, just like she did the diapers.
And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. And I know I'll probably get backlash for it. And I don't care. I know she's probably going through a lot because that's her son. And her son, and it's her grandson, of course, we know what she's going through. And her son got threatened, as we all heard. I'll repeat it again on that call. From my understanding, they've been sitting on that call hoping it did not get out. Okay, that's intimidation. My understanding now this is my understanding. Seth and them didn't want that call out. I don't know if his mom's just now hearing that call or not. I have no idea. I don't know. But as a mom, I'm sure, and I'm only speaking for myself, she come out saying whatever she had to say. She come out after that making another statement saying, people stop. Now she can say it to me or not, because I'm fixing to say it right here. I'm not saying that anybody's threatened her, but has anybody said anything to her? My question is,
What?
why now would she, and as Tony addressed, and we're going to address him in a minute, why now would she come out and say, kind of backflop and say, Katie's took 2? I mean, 1 would have been sufficient, ma'am.
Okay. Seth had more than 1 appointment. So they could get the result they needed. But yeah. I'm not sure why she did it. But at least someone told some of the truth. Because her son has known that. He's known that both of them have taken polygraphs and passed them. He was informed by law enforcement. But yet he chose to ignore that fact and not, that's called concealment. My live earlier today was concealment and falsification. And people use both for lies. They will use concealment and falsification together to lie. Because they will conceal the whole truth. They will put a smidgen of it out. Or none at all. They will falsify what they do put out. They know it's falsified. It's false information. But they put it out anyway. He concealed a lot of things so that he could falsify.
No disrespect, but why would you come out and say Katie's took 2 polygraphs?
Because she says that's what was told to her by the TBI guy, the TBI detective. So she is allegedly repeating what she was told by TBI. Maybe you should ask them.
And passed. In that statement. I mean, I understand, but the point is,
You posted a video
now it
of Seth acting
makes you look not
again,
very
acting
good.
like
Whose side are you
Sebastian
on?
is
This is what the
alive,
public is saying.
and it makes me very uncomfortable. Do you not see
Again,
how come he would do that if he isn't sure where he is?
again, whose side is everybody on? What is everybody's hiding? If y'all even understand what I'm saying. Where does everybody's loyalties lie? They should be with
Yes, she is Stargazer.
Sebastian. And I don't mean any disrespect.
No, there's a lot of current photos out, like with the trophies, and on the poster, one of the photos is current. Yeah, but that's Okay, Starry Night, enjoy your evening. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you.
But in one tone, people, and I'm trying to stay away from the mother, but people say, Sebastian told me to keep a secret.
Oh, okay, I'm almost done.
Who's the adult here? You don't keep those kind of secrets. And in the other hand,
Who's keeping secrets?
you come out and you say, my son had an inconsistent polygraph test.
But it was true.
And they say the polygraphs are not back yet.
Seth knew he had to be retested. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay? Amy, kick fucking rocks. I'm trying to explain something
Ooh.
in general.
Ooh.
Nobody's attacking anybody.
Oh, yes, you do.
Now, if you're going to come in here doing that, you'll get one time out, and if not, you'll get fucking blocked.
Got it.
In my opinion,
I'm blocked on most of these channels. I don't know why I
it
don't
was
comment any
better
of
to
that.
not say anything at all.
But Brittany J's, I did try to get up on panel.
But hey, that's just me, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's just me. Now, all of this has come out. Yeah, it all depends on where your loyalties lie. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not trying to go that route or say anything bad or attack anyone whatsoever or at all. I'm just saying, use common sense, period. That's all. That's it. And I'm sure it is a lot. I'm sure. And I agree. And Seth is no saint either. Thank you, Pine Needle. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Right, Sharon. And that's right. Your loyalty should be with the victim and with the searchers. Actually, they're the ones out there putting in the hard
Well,
work.
where's your loyalty been? It hasn't been with Sebastian. It hasn't been with the Proudwoods. It's been with Seth and JLR and all your little cronies.
They're the ones putting in the hard work. Yeah. I mean, if you see something, you say something. Do you keep letting them get abused? Do you keep sending them home to that person? Do you keep knowing they're being whatever and keep allowing it to be done? Hey, Beck. That's right, Annabella. They're out there searching, getting God knows what. Lyme disease, bringing home no telling what. Literally getting the blood and the life sucked out of them. Possibly could lose limbs, fingers, arms, toes, go to their heart. literally lose their life. Y'all don't think about the real deal. I know. Thank you, Lindsay. And y'all want to play, everybody wants to play games. You know? People might have their elderly parents or whatever home they have to take care of, or their own children. And they're working 40 hours a week and busting their butts to go hand out flyers. And y'all are talking about calm down. Calm down. Because Katie and them passed 2 polygraph tests. 2. Now it's 2. Because why? 1 wasn't good enough. Now it's 2.
Wasn't good enough for Seth. Just saying. Doesn't matter. She passed him. I said from the beginning, I don't believe any of the parents are involved. There's no evidence to prove that any of them or any one of them did anything.
Well, what?
Yeah, she does. She has no problem saying it was straight up face. Yeah, loyalties are
If
weird.
they have, great.
People you think that are your
Good.
friends, when it comes down to it, they're really,
I really hope they have.
out for themselves.
I hope they pass 10.
In the end, that's what you find out on the YouTube streets.
I do. I hope they pass 10. I hope Seth passed 10. I wish they would let the dogs on the property. You know, now they're so into Seth's age and Katie's age when they met right now. Why don't we go ahead and get that out on the table? I don't really care about none of that, except it seems to me that somebody don't want somebody digging into somebody's past. Why? Because that would make somebody look like not a good mother. Well, I don't really care about that because that's a little bit too late in the game. You did get Sebastian out of that as a grandmother, right? Seth got Sebastian as a dad, right? But since we're talking about that, you kind of wanted to protect Katie's mama too. So what I want to know is,
when was all
what I
this?
would like to know is, can we get to the real reason? And I don't know who answers it. Seth, Chris, Katie. Let's get it mingling out here online. Y'all can pass my stuff around. I don't care if Justin.
I mean, they're not going to answer a question for you because they don't need to. They don't owe you anything.
Gets it. I don't care if Jay for Justice. I don't care who gets it. Whoever gets it, whoever wants it. I don't have to be first. AD. I don't care who gets it. Emma. Smiley's only good at talking.
Oh, we know.
That's what Smiley's good at.
We know.
Y'all can just sit in here and listen. Y'all can share.
I think she is.
I'm good.
I mean, she said it all, summed it up right there. She's only good at talking. No, I didn't say it. She said it. I'll agree with that.
I'm pretty good about talking right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, I ain't even looking at my. I'm just thinking right now.
Talking crap. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about how. Yeah, join my membership. Y'all never know what I might throw in there. Why not? Hell, I'll sit here and talk to y'all. Why not? I never asked for nothing. Why not? Hit that cash app too. Come on. Everybody else does it. Why not?
Have
Go for
I
it.
ever asked you, any of you that have been around me, have I ever asked you to hit up my Cash App or my PayPal? I don't think I've ever asked you for that. I mentioned I have channel memberships, but I've never, that I remember, ever saying, hey, chat, can you PayPal me or Cash App me? Mm.
For it, Smiley. Come on. Push Smiley's cash out. Hell, I got a merch shop too. Hit that. Let's do what everybody else is doing. So it can't be the information that was so threatening, because Katie whined about over her mom, and she didn't cry over one-eyed Flo. Thank you, honey. Love you. She whined over her mama, but she did not whine over her missing son.
Okay.
So it can't be.
I seen a very devastated mother. I don't know what the hell you was looking at. I don't even think you know what the hell you're looking at or what the hell you're doing 99% of the time. Lady, you far out there.
That information was out.
Glory
We
sounds
already
good.
all knew that. We already all knew that.
Yeah, I
It can't
don't
be that
care
it was a
that their
big
mods do
secret
it,
from the
but
Bower socks.
she's sitting here acting like, yeah, there, and she's right. There are the creators that sit there every 10 minutes and say, you know, about their Cash App and PayPals and Venmos and stuff. I don't care if it's in chat. More power to you. But don't sit here and say that I'm, you know, I'm not one of them to sit here and, you know, time it every 10 minutes and say, hey, I need a PayPal or hey, I need a Cash App.
Thank you, Dispatch Crystal. Love you. I don't think that's it either.
You don't? You don't. Well, what is it then?
Thank you, Nan.
Tell us.
So what is it actually?
And it's working for her, but you got to hand it to her. What she just did is working for her. She's getting the tips and the memberships. Okay, it's not about the money.
Got all this stuff intertwined and
Yes.
these people intertwined. How did they actually meet? How did Seth and Katie actually meet?
Well, from what I understand, she was like 12 years old when they first met. He wasn't messing with her then, of course. He was at least 9 years older than her. I believe that when she was 14, 15, they, I guess, were dating or whatever. And yeah, it went from there. And then, you know, there's that. But yeah, she was underage and he was 23. Yeah, that's true. And no, she wasn't 16.
Going on there? And what is it that Chris is holding over Katie's head? Single mom. Thank you, honey.
Where do you get your information? Where does it appear that Chris is holding anything over Katie's head? Huh? I mean, you know these people so well. You must spend a lot of time in their home with them to know how they interact with with each other. And, you know, the things that go on in their personal life. You must spend an awful lot of time with them. I'm just saying.
I love you.
Catherine, how are you?
Thank you for being a member.
How are you doing, Catherine?
Let's see, Granny. What are you saying?
Oh, thank you.
What is your answer, honey? Let's see. I'm thinking. What was your answer, Granny?
Okay, let's
Oh,
move you
let's see.
forward.
No, let me see. See, Granny. I know. I don't think he's going to let them go back to his property. I don't.
I
I don't
wouldn't.
think
I wouldn't
he could.
let no one, but law enforcement or someone like EquiSearch. No, I wouldn't let a bunch of YouTubers. No, sorry, or any of these people connected with these YouTube channels. These wannabe dog handlers and stuff. Nope, sorry. Nope.
Put it in writing. I put that out there yesterday. I do not think he's going to let it go back. Let them dogs go back.
Yeah, me too, Catherine. I tried.
I really don't. I haven't read that one yet. Lord help us all if she is. I doubt it, but I think that's probably just a rumor. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't know. Lord help us all. Yeah, Katie knows.
Hmm.
But why? Because he's probably scared with those dogs, they would probably find something. That's just my opinion. Why, if you don't have anything to hide, why would you do that other than control?
And I'm
think
so
so
tired of telling
either.
these people the same shit over and over again.
Pamela.
It was so hot
It
today.
is their own
Actually,
behavior.
teeny bit chilly tonight. Just a teeny bit.
It is their own behavior that makes them look guilty.
It's weird. It's just so hot today. Maybe that's why it feels
No, I didn't hear
teeny
that
bit
either,
chilly. Let me see what the temp is.
Ember, but I think it's
67.
I mean, I think it's
Oh, it's only gonna be 83 tomorrow.
just rumor
Cool.
probably.
I know in Tallahassee.
Yeah, bloodhound.
Those storms yesterday that I thought we were gonna get some of. And that's only a couple hours from me, or not even. Um, they got some nasty weather yesterday, and we got in the middle of the night. There was about 15 minutes of heavy rain, and the thunder was so loud it shook my doors and windows. I mean, it was there for a second. I thought it was a tornado coming our way because of the sound, but it wasn't. But it lasted like 15 minutes and 20 minutes. It was gone. We didn't get enough rain. Wish we would have got more, but we were supposed to have all kind of rain by noon yesterday, and we didn't even get a sprinkle.
Will not stop. They will chase and chase and chase and chase.
But I know Tallahassee took a beating. Now, get that kind of damage in just a storm, and it's not even storm season yet. Youch. And that was just they didn't confirm that a tornado had touched ground, but it looked like one had. I mean, the way things were ripped up, and I mean, sidewalk and road, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to. I hope we have a very calm storm season. Insurance rates are already so freaking outrageous down here.
They will not stop. Do I believe the video of the three figures? I believe it may come into play later on. Yeah, see, why do you have to threaten? Why do you have to threaten the dog handlers? People, there's something they're hiding. And now I feel certain that there's a whole lot more to this story.
I'll take your pissed off blowfish and raise you a lonely bottom feeder.
Oh, there's something else going on here.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Catherine.
But there's just something really weird about this. There's something that I was looking at last night that I come across, and when people
no,
Mm,
What?
let me say this: when people come out and they don't want
No,
you
she was
looking,
actually 12 when they met. But I believe she was 14.
it kind of makes people look a little bit harder. Probably at the ones you don't want them looking a little bit harder at. And thank you, Chemistry Queen. Thank you. And
Wow.
thank you, Ginger
Breaking it in.
Snap. I love y'all so much.
So that's all it took was her telling everybody. Wow.
And when you do that, it may go back to things that are you think's gone, but things don't ever disappear from the web.
They don't.
I'm just saying.
They don't.
And sometimes when you think people don't know how to use the web, maybe they don't.
They don't.
But there are certain things that certain people do know how to do.
They do.
I'm just saying.
You are?
And it's funny how certain things absolutely pop back up still. And it's funny how the least one
that was
you
a
think
huge trigger
might
because he
find
said he didn't have anything to hide.
does.
I think Chris has been pretty brutally honest, really. I mean, do I agree with the way he says things and some of the things he says? No, but who the hell am I? I mean, that's not being done to me. I'm not in his shoes. I'm not being attacked, harassed, and threatened, and my family tore apart and trashed all over the internet because my 15-year-old stepson's missing, who ran away. There's been no evidence I did anything. I passed the lie detector test, and I was not even at home. I was 3.5 hours away. But yeah, I'm not allowed to have anger and bad feelings towards people that have participated in doing this to me and my family. Okay. Make that make sense.
All I'm saying is I'm not trying to go after anybody, but sometimes well, I was just going to say blood is thicker than water. Blood is thicker than water. But I'm not so sure. Blood is thicker. I'll just keep that one to myself. I don't know. That may not have been a good analogy. Okay. Y'all don't pay no attention to me sometimes, okay?
Oh, that's not a problem at all there, ma'am. Not a problem at all. You can rest assured on that one.
I think we better just get on with my show.
Oh,
I think
Chris
that was
can
enough
speak
of that.
however he wants. Exactly. I mean, I'm not in his shoes. All those things aren't being done to me. I don't know what I do. I'd be pissed for right to be freaking out on people too.
According to Seth, yes. See, and okay, and this is
According to Seth, Katie aborted all his children except for Sebastian. Makes me think she never wanted kids. Okay, first off, I know Seth supposedly said this stuff. I don't know if it's true, but he had no right discussing that. And what they're missing is the bigger picture here. She was underage. He was 23 years old. She wasn't 16. She wasn't 15. They're not questioning that. I don't understand it. That's okay. That's not okay. But we also know that Seth has no problem putting out private personal information that he should not be putting out, doesn't have the right to put out. We do know that he does that. Hey, Kim. When she aborted those babies, she was a minor, and Seth was a full grown man. That's the reason why she aborted them, because he would have been legally committing a crime. Mm-hmm. Imagine all of us here could share just half of the self belief that this wild one has. We would all be flexing like bosses. Yeah. Mm-mm. Marlena, who's that? You're not doxing somebody, are you, Dimple Ducks?
It's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, Marlena.
Oh, honey, was
That
you
was
just
enough
laying
of
in
me
there all
working
this
stuff through
time?
my head and kind of thinking out loud. I'm sorry,
I'm
y'all.
coming.
I go there
I'll be
sometimes.
right back, guys. I gotta turn my little one.
That's what makes you not so dumb. According to Seth, that did happen. So while you brought that up, and we were talking about numbers there, so if he was 23 and she was 14, okay, I'm just gonna say. So when did she have Sebastian? I'm just wondering. So like, I'm not here for a mass session, but wonder how many she had. I'm just curious. Wonder how many she had and how many. So was she using that for birth control or? Mm-hmm. This just looks worse and worse and worse. Good golly. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ricky. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so let's just go to. I'm going to share this, and we're going to go to the PR guy. What he said. I know y'all have already heard this, but I have some things to say on this. Yeah, it could have been after she. Yeah, well, I guess that's true. It could have been after she was 16. Okay, some said she was 16. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'll say this. We listen. Some people didn't hear Tony, I guess, because he was on TikTok. But I'm gonna listen to this. Present this. And it was on Jay for Justice. I don't know. Y'all can drop the other girl on TikTok. I forgot whose channel that was on TikTok, but go over there and listen to it. And Jay for Justice. Drop the TikTok channel too, both of them, because I like to give credit where credit's due. I just don't know. Thank you, Tam. Thank you for becoming a member. I just don't, I'm not familiar with that TikTok, but we're going to listen to both of them, okay? I mean, we're going to listen to one, but I want you to go, however, sign up to both or whatever.
I was muted. Sorry, guys. I had a my little girl's been sick all day with some type of stomach bug, so she's been sleeping off and on almost all day and night. So she woke up, so I wanted to turn her TV on and get her some fresh ice water. Let's speed Slimy Ball up here.
You know, he's
call-
been spot on with that. I mean, you can't continue in my position to protect the guy that doesn't deserve to be protected. He's hung himself. He's brought this on himself. And, you know, those of you that were out here that were upset at me because I was trying to keep the peace, I get it.
Okay, wait a minute. Dude, I've had red flags about you from the very beginning. I stated so. There's just something not right. Something is off. I don't believe you ever tried to keep the peace. Dude, you're self-serving. There's something you're getting out of this. I've always said it. But anyway, we'll let this play a little bit because I wasn't planning on playing this part, but we will. Who did I miss? Hey, Nonsense. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Darby. Slimy. So she dropped it. You notice how she doesn't want to keep on that fact that they'd rather slam Katie for the accusations that Seth has made about her, but not really want to dive in to the fact that he was 23 years old, 24 years old. You know what I mean? And she was a minor.
I hope you'll understand I was doing a job, but there's no protection
You're doing
anymore.
a job. Wait a minute.
You guys,
You're doing a job, but you are not employed. You have not, according to you, taken any money. You are not being paid. Also, this isn't your profession, according to you. But okay.
guys want to go all in on him, you do what you want to do, because there is no partnership anymore. It's over. It's done.
Oh, honey, there was never a partnership. They've been going all in on him. What are you talking about? So now you think people need your approval? You're okay to do it? Or are you making sure that people double down and do it? Because, your client, the person you represent, is not looking very good on these streets. Any stupid little twat brain can see that call was all set up. The whole thing was set up and conveniently released at the right time. Just saying.
That Chris Proudfoot had with one of our PIs, and that phone call was recorded.
Mm-hmm.
It was shared within a few members of our team, and somehow or another it got out, and it was not released by either one of our PIs.
Okay, so it should have only been shared. Why it would be shared with you, I have no idea. But it should have been with the PIs. So that would have been you, Seth, and the PIs. You have no idea how it got out, but you didn't put it out, and you're claiming the PIs didn't put it out. Then who does that leave?
Let me be very clear on that. It was not released by me, obviously, because it destroyed everything that I've been working to build. But what happened is, you guys remember, I'm sure, that web sleuth interview.
And exactly what were you working to build? I want you to explain it step by step. What exactly you were doing, what you were working so hard on, because there never was a partnership. Every time Seth would be asked to call a truce, 5 minutes later he'd jump on a panel and, do Seth. Say things that he shouldn't be saying. Just my opinion, but also things he doesn't have the right to, that is somebody else's life and experience. Anyway, and maybe they didn't want the facts out there, and if they do, then it should be up to them, seeing as how it's them that it happened to.
Where it turned into a train wreck, and Chris was on there.
Been a train wreck since the get-go.
He was attacking her. She talked about, some documents that she hadn't released. Chris got mad about that. He was on the phone with Heather, our PI, and he was calling Chloe everything but a white woman. And I mean, he was disgusting towards her. He threatened Seth on that phone call. And it's just been too much. I mean, calling him Frank.
It's been too much. I'm going to back that up when I start this, because I want you to hear the next part. It's been too much. It's been too much. What the fuck? Dude, what's been too much? This isn't your life. It's not your child that's missing. You're not being stalked, harassed, threatened. Your family's not being torn to shreds. So why is it too much for you? And why can't that be too much for him? He's human. They have been destroyed at one of the worst times of their lives. Do I agree with the way he speaks sometimes? No. But that's not me. That's him. And he has a right to his anger and to his feelings. His wife couldn't stay in their home because of safety issues. And I just can't see that Katie would not have wanted to been a part of them vigils. She couldn't have been. For safety issues. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if she would have been there, what that would have been like for her? And very risky, because I put nothing past some of the people involved. If they're willing to go to her home and look in her windows and stuff, and follow her and her family around. Yeah.
People while there's a child that's missing, and then acting like essentially making fun of an autistic child. I mean, it's then.
Oh wait, let's back this up.
Too much towards her. He threatened Seth on that phone call. And it's just been
why.
too much. I mean, calling and pranking people while there's a child that's missing, and then.
Okay. That's what you're going to use. Did you bother to watch that live? Because that was a really good live. I watched it. It's a really good live. I hand it to Cluminati and her husband. They did a great job. You don't think Seth hasn't joked around? Oh, I can tell you a few panels. Excuse me, man. I can tell you a few panels he has. Yeah. What does that mean? Because he did a prank call. What exactly does that prove? That he's human? Life, unfortunately, doesn't stop. You have to go on living, like it or not.
Acting like essentially making fun of an autistic child. I mean, it's just.
They were not making fun of him.
One thing after the next, after the next, after the next, and there's just not. There's not any more. There's no more partnership.
That's what they're talking about, Hope. Yeah, that's still what they're talking about. Only now everybody's on the bandwagon, Dolly and all them saying that, yeah, he's been crank calling them too. He hasn't. I don't believe he has. But that's just my opinion. Hi, it's ironic. Hey, Terry. Did I miss anybody else? Say hi to Nonsense. Kim, got you. Okay. I just didn't want to miss anybody. Charlotte, if I didn't say hi. Oh, I'm 1000%, Kim. He has no problem with getting on here. Chris isn't supposed to be angry that Seth has accused him and his wife of things. Has put out things that he shouldn't have put out, that he had no right to put out. Has co-signed all this behavior, all this stuff that's being done to them. But he shouldn't be angry about it.
Gonna be. It's we're gonna do our thing with Seth, and they can do their thing. And if they want to shoot arrows, then that's fine. But we're not gonna sit here and take arrows anymore and not shoot them back. We've had it. We're done. Seth's done.
Wait a minute. You're not gonna sit there and take arrows anymore? Are you fucking kidding me? Seth has been the one shooting the arrows all along. What the hell are you talking about? Are you reflecting of what has been going on? Are you projecting what has actually happened on you guys' end onto them? I'm not sure here, because all the arrows being shot have sadly come from Seth. And it's sad because, at the end of the day, it's his son that's missing too. And this shouldn't be going on. It really shouldn't. But they have let YouTube and social media control the narrative and run with all this crap. And it just blows my mind. It every time you think that they're gonna finally wake up and say, "Hey, no more of this." Nope. They do something else like release this phone call.
I checked with him 3 times today to make
Hey,
sure that
Brittany.
this is where he was at, and this is 100% where he's at, and we're not going
Yeah,
back.
it still does, Brittany.
So it's over with that whole partnership routine. I think they damn sure know more than what they're letting on to.
I mean,
And I mean, let's face it, all right? Everybody's got the records. They've seen the records, all that bullshit. I mean, I think we can all agree that whether I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know that somebody's hands were involved in this, but the environment that kid was living
Okay. Dude, you don't. You know what Seth's told you, and that's it.
in. And Seth's mom said it yesterday, then she said something different today, but she alluded yesterday to the environment that child was living in. So if somebody didn't do something to him, somebody created an environment that made that kid not feel like
Okay,
he's
so my question is, if your client Seth and his mother knew that there was abuse going on, why didn't they do anything? Why didn't they do anything? Huh? Did you ever think of that?
safe. So are you responsible literally or are you responsible figuratively? But responsible is responsible. And when you don't get out and search for your child and you say that it's because law enforcement told you not to, that's bullshit. I'm searching for my child. And I'm just going to say it. Everybody's been saying it. And I told you guys when I got pissed that there was no turning back. And I'm not tired. I may look tired. I'm not tired. I'm pissed. And I've had it. I've had it with his bullshit. I've had it with him disrespecting women. I've had it. I'm done. And he's going to see the side of me now that he saw on the phone a week and a half ago when he got slick with me.
What are you
Go
going
ahead,
to
sorry, go
do, Tony? Now you threatening the parents of a missing child. Good job. Aren't you supposed to be a PR dude? Aren't you supposed to do the right things? What are you going to do? Slam them on social media some more? So that's what you guys are planning? Another social media assassination? You know, with the court battle coming up, you know, the custody court battle and stuff going on. Yeah. Is that the payback for the interview? Just wondering. Just wondering. What was she given for that interview?
And Seth, he threatened Seth. He called in and pretended to be some guy, that he wasn't on a talk show, just cracking jokes and, just acting like a clown. And we've got a laser focused dad that's been looking for his child, and we got a clown over here acting like a clown, being a clown.
A laser focused dad that's been looking for his son while he is participating and causing a lot of this drama, a lot of the misinformation and the disinformation that is being spewed daily, 24/7. Okay. Got it.
We're just not going to partner. We're not going to put up a
And
facade.
you really don't have a clue as to what the Proudfoots are doing. Because they don't need to check with you. They don't need your okay.
Anymore that we're partnering with people that don't seem to give a shit.
She said no.
And, we're just, we're not going to do it. We're not going to act like it. We're not going to say, hey, while we're on here, we don't want anybody saying anything
Do none
bad.
of these people use fair use? Or is it like something they have worked out between themselves? Because I notice a lot of them do that. Maybe that's something they have worked out between themselves. I don't know.
About the Proudfoots, we're not doing any of that. If y'all want to fire away, fire away. We don't give a shit.
They haven't been the ones firing away. It's been Seth all along. Yeah, you want them to. See, that's what you're doing. You're trying to antagonize them. You're trying to elicit a response from them. You want Chris to come out and fire at you, because then you guys can use that and twist and turn it. And I don't think he's going to bite. I think he's had your number from the start, and that you couldn't handle. You couldn't schmooze him. You couldn't manipulate him like you have Seth. And I believe you have. Just like you have Dylan Brown's family. I don't understand it. I'm going to figure it out with you. I am.
I want to just say a couple.
Hey,
So one person
KCG.
said, be careful because his family has money. So they just said, be careful, Tony, his
That's
family
all right,
has money.
KCG.
I know you're not, that doesn't worry you, but I just wanted to tell you that. Go ahead, Tony.
Randy Harris and Seth Rogers.
Does this idiot think Seth telling all Sebastian's secrets was the right thing to do? He just but hurt that Chris and Katie don't want this guy to represent them too. Yeah. SF called out this dude's, but yeah, I know he has a pretty good criminal history. Yeah, what are they going to be scared of? Hey, unhoused person. Hey, Sheila. Yeah, PR is not supposed to do this. He's not PR. This is not professional. He's not PR. I don't know why Pascal connects him with people. I'm questioning that as well. Yeah, there's a clown in the circus, but not coming from where you think. Has everyone noticed that even the ride has been taken over by Seth? No, he said he would show up next time with Ellie. Yeah. Chris said the next time he'd show up with law enforcement. Good. It's ridiculous they can't do anything. So now Seth's trying to take over the motorcycle run. Jesus Christ.
So those guys have linked. I got Randy's permission to represent Seth. They talk daily. Randy sends him scripture. They talk back and forth.
Why do you need Randy's permission to represent Seth? What the hell? This is weird. This is weird. Why do you need Randy's position, which I guess is some type of preacher or something, to represent Seth? Seth is the only one that can give you that permission. And represent who? Are you licensed in anything? Do you have a career doing it? PR? Besides, you got one family to, but you even said you haven't done anything with them or even talked to them for a while because, all the drama and all the juicy teas right here. Dude, you're not PR. You have no training, no expertise. Honestly, no experience. Let's be real. And, your history does put things into question. Yeah. I don't know. I get scam alert. Sorry.
It's a very, very unique and cool and fun relationship for those two guys. But yes, I'm the spokesperson for both families. I've been spending 99% of my time with Seth because there's not as much going on right now with Caleb's case, unfortunately. I will tell you that we just secured an interview.
Katie and Chris haven't asked for a dime. They haven't put up cash apps or GoFundMes. In fact, they've made it adamant they didn't want anything.
Brian Enton.
In fact, that was the agreement. Okay.
For Caleb's family.
What are you negotiating? Brian Enton's not going to pay you for an interview. If they wanted to interview with him, all they had to do was reach out. They didn't need you. Quit making it seem like you negotiated this deal. Stop it. Dude, you're a scammer. I'm sorry. But in my book, you're a scammer. You trying to manipulate people. Well, I brokered this deal. Get the hell out of here. Brian Enton's not that big, okay? And they could have emailed him and said, believe me, he would have interviewed them without you being involved. So, yeah, that makes no sense to me.
Been working on that for about three or 4 weeks. But
I
99% of my time right now has been spent,
all the
working
drama.
with Seth, and the last 8 days has been cleaning up messes and trying to protect the Proudfoots.
When have you tried to protect the Proudfoots? Exactly when? Because I don't believe you may not have been the one to leak the call, but you knew it was going to be leaked. Stop it. The only messes out here are the ones your client makes or helps make. Okay, you do not represent the Proudfoots, so you would have nothing to do with anything with them. So whose messes are you cleaning up? You might want to double check, not very good at your job, dude.
And we're just not going to do it anymore. And our whole team is not going to do it anymore. We're not doing it on Facebook. We're not protecting anybody on Facebook.
What's the whole team? What exactly is the whole team? There's no longer PIs. One will not work for free anymore. The other one used up the retainer. It was never refilled. Now that they're involved with this call being leaked, that could risk their license. Complaints probably have been filed against them. Yeah, so who's the team? Law enforcement doesn't even want to talk to Seth anymore. It's to that point. That's terrible. He's the father of a missing child. You are not helping him, sir. You are helping yourself. And you are making things worse for Seth, in my opinion. Because you should have never been a part of that call being released. And I don't believe you didn't know about it.
We're done with all that. If you got me protecting the Proudfoots by controlling Seth, and then you got Chris
I
out there
know, with
firing
the Facebook groups. Okay, that's their team, the Facebook groups of misinformation. Yeah, it seems like, but they've said that they have. The one is no longer working for free, and Seth would not refill the account for the other PI, so she left. That's what they're saying. I don't know. I don't trust none of these people. I didn't trust the PIs. I don't know. And I damn sure don't trust this dude. And I didn't from the get-go. I said I had red flags. I said,
arrows. It's not fair to Seth, and we're just not going to do it anymore. So,
Seth.
I
what arrows have they shot? What? Can you tell us? It's not fair to Seth. It's not fair to Seth. Seth has come at them in many ways. He's accused them of things. He's released this call. He knew that they passed polygraphs and he lied about that. He purposely did concealment. He did not tell the whole truth. Concealment and falsification. He's good at that.
I don't give a flip about somebody that's got money. I mean, I'm not exactly a broke old man either. And I'm not running from anybody. I don't hide behind my name. I don't use fake names. I don't do any of that. I mean, I am who I am, and I'm easy to get a hold of. And this is about a missing child. It's not about anything else.
You haven't made it about a missing child, sir. You're out here causing drama in this case. I don't know what your game is, and I don't care if you use your real name and everything. That doesn't mean you're not a scammer. Scammers do that all the time, especially when they keep scamming. You'll just jump to the next victim. You seem to like to reach out and offer your services for free, and you work so hard at it for free. Yeah.
I just don't give a damn about all that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody in the public believed in that that new pact anyway. You know, this Ocean lady that's on here, she's been real good too. So Chasing Crime is coming, by the way.
Okay, great.
You know, and if you can get more boxes, some of these people want to come up. We'll talk all night. I want everybody.
people wanna get-
When that phone call got,
He wants to talk all night. He wants everybody to know all about Chris and Katie.
phone call got leaked that he was bad mouthing Chloe. That's all over the internet. In that extended phone call, you'll hear him threaten Seth in that phone call.
What
So
reason?
Tony, did he get upset with you about last night's conversation?
Who's that?
Chris?
I don't know if he did or not. I don't give a shit anymore. I told you guys last night that I was about at the end of the rope with him, and we're done now. There's no partnership. There's no nothing. The gloves are off, and if he wants to sling bullshit towards us, he's going to get it back now. It's that whole partnership and truce. It's over. It's done.
Well, he wasn't much of a partner, was he, to
No.
begin with?
He's not much of anything. I got to tell you, I don't know who on our team leaked it to somebody that leaked it to a YouTuber, and essentially I think
Well, if there was only 4 of you on your team, you, the 2 PIs, and Seth, and you're saying the PIs didn't do it and you didn't do it, that only leaves one person. We know who leaked that call. Seth leaked that call.
that's
In
how it
my
happened.
opinion.
But you know, at the end of the day, do you really want to keep something like that secret forever anyway? I mean, you listen to the way that he talked about our PI.
Oh, you were good keeping it a secret till it fit your narrative. What you wanted to put out. You waited till it was, custody hearing time. Like I said, you people coming out doing this shit because it all seemed like a setup. Was that Nina's payment for doing that interview? Was that what she was promised for doing that interview? That y'all would help her assassinate his character and accuse him of all this stuff so she could take it to court so that he didn't win custody? I mean, I'm just asking. Like you, I'm asking. Because it sure to hell seems that way. But I get, things aren't always the way they seem. But in this case, I'm starting to really believe that they are. I didn't believe the whole interview with her, not shading a victim at all or taking a victim's story away. But there was no proof. There was no evidence. Nothing, zilch. Okay? I'm not saying nothing didn't happen. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see any evidence of anything. Not to mention they were, had a nasty divorce and we're in the middle of a nasty custody battle. Yeah, take that into consideration too. And then now you got all this. And now conveniently, right when she's going to court, this call's released. And all these attacks on the Proudfoots and all this supposed evidence that there isn't evidence. I'm just wondering.
And then you listen to him threaten Seth on there, and it all goes to his character and why no child would want to live in a house that man was involved in, period.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did Chloe owe it to him to be assaulted on Web Sleuth's YouTube video? I mean, verbally assaulted, and sit there and be a professional.
Web Sleuth's interview. I like Web Sleuth. She's helped a lot of cases. She really has. She was very biased in this interview. And Hills was a good friend of mine, was her best friend. They were best friends. And Hills was very upset that people were going at Web Sleuth for this interview. And I talked to Hills about it. And I explained to her why some of us had the feelings we did. That's still, she's always going to ride for her best friend because Hills is loyal. So she calmed down. She understood a little bit. But that's still her best friend. You don't want to see anybody attack your best friend. But she started that interview out very biased. In fact, she started out the gate. Well, they forced that boy to wear pull-ups. And it was the way she said it. And it was the diaper thing. And she was very biased. And there was times Chris would be so talked over he couldn't answer anything. Was he angry? Absolutely. Absolutely. After what's been done to him and his family and his extended family. I mean, though everybody's been torn to shreds because of you idiots. TikTokers, just like YouTubers, and then the social Facebook groups. So yeah, I mean, they've been accused of everything. Seth has put out some, said some pretty bad things. So, and the PIs were no better. You don't think he wasn't had a right to his feelings and his anger? How would you like being stalked, harassed, and threatened day in and day out while your child's missing? Have to leave your home for safety reasons when your child's missing. Not even being able to go to a vigil because of the safety concerns when your child's missing. Until you're in their shoes, dude, shut up. Because your client is a big part of why there is all this going on, in my opinion. And it's sad. It's awful. Because they all are the parent of a missing child who's lost in all this. Sebastian is not your primary concern. He's not in the forefront. Your primary concern is drama, 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 drama. How much more can we drum up?
And not even defend herself, other than just to tell him to take a deep breath, settle down. And he was cussing her up one side and down the other, disrespecting her. I mean, and here I am for the last 8 days trying to play peacemaker with a guy that literally treats women like filth.
Well, he wouldn't be in the position he was in if it weren't for his damn mouth.
That's it. That's it. And I'm not making the world hate him. He's made the world hate him. You're exactly right. And people are asking questions about the mattress, having him sleep in the garage.
Oh my God, stop it with the mattress. The mattress wasn't there. It was after the fact. It was after Sebastian went missing. Sebastian was not sleeping in the garage. Dude, stop it. You know that's lies. Stop it.
And all this shit that makes me sick at my stomach. I can tell you this. I don't know if that's true or not. But how many of y'all have been accused of making your child sleep in the garage?
If you shop on Amazon, you should use this
gossip
tool.
and
It's a
rumor.
browser
It's
extension
not
that automatically
factual.
compares.
And you, as a professional, should know that, dude.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if I just stopped that or not, but
Are you
JLR
going to do any
investigates.
commentary,
Lord.
dude?
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, Lord.
Reporting on the Sebastian Rogers case, I want to give you a few.
She is
I think I
not.
accidentally hit a button. But anyway,
She's not done her any commentary.
listen,
Oh, he is.
nobody be
Another
making
person. I totally believe
our
that.
kids sleep in
Yes.
the garage, right? Nobody. And who cares? That's right. Who cares who leaked it? It was
Oh,
already
that's
out
gross,
there.
Simone.
It was already out there.
No, it wasn't out there till Seth put it out there.
There's something else upsetting, so upsetting to Chris. Just like I said before.
Something else.
There's something.
What the hell more could there be? His son's missing. His wife, his parents, his wife's family, him have been shredded by you people, accused of everything under the sun. I have no idea. She's not even safe in her own home. I couldn't tell you what's wrong. I couldn't understand why he'd be all upset. Nope. I get your point. I don't get it either. Slimy, I think you've won me over. Not.
else that they don't want out there. And you better believe
You don't think their lives have been tore apart? Oh my lord.
that. There's more to this that he don't want out there. And it's not this.
What?
She already, if you listen to Web Sleuth, if y'all were paying attention, Chloe already said it was sent over. Y'all must have been at the back of the room, and I'm not being rude saying y'all. I mean, I used to tell somebody once, why do you put me with y'all? I'm not y'all, them. I don't mean it like that. I just mean, it was already said. You just have to listen. It's not what it's about. It's something else. It's bigger, y'all. Exactly, Marlena. That's what we do.
Oh, I didn't go back and watch her. Are you talking about Web Sleuths, Trisha? I didn't go back and watch her live after that to talk about it because I just, yeah.
Now, I've seen people take a garage and make a man cave, put carpet and do all the things and close it, do that kind of stuff. Is that what they did? I doubt it. Thank you, Serenity. Let's see what you said. I heard someone say that maybe Chris's family did not know about Katie Private's family, and his family is not so accepting of it, or maybe Chris did not know and he is upset about finding that out.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? They paid her $10 to say that? They gave her $10 to say that. Hey, Spudler, how are you?
Sure, it would be... Okay.
Yeah, no. Don't even run
How do
with
I
that
answer
crap.
that? I'm going to say...
You don't know. You don't know these people. You can't answer it. But my guess is no, he already knew.
I'm sure Chris knows. I'm pretty sure Chris knows. He might try to keep it from his family.
Oh my
and then
lord.
If he, as controlling as he is, try to keep his family out of it.
I'm glad, Spudler.
And they did something, that might be possible. Hey, Mayberry. I'm trying it.
C3PO with skin
Hugs
on.
back to Tennessee.
Patricia.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Oh
now,
my
he
God.
may not want his family to know.
C3PO with skin on.
And especially if he's got them dragged into something. But you know, what I know about them, and they try to protect him, I don't know. I think
you don't know anything.
Something else. Yeah, that's it. He just don't want the lawyer because he wants mommy. Again, he don't want that baby. He wants to hand that baby over to his mommy. That's what he wants.
Where's your proof of that? And why would his mom and her age, when they travel to Alaska, when, you know, the stepfather works a lot in Alaska or has to travel to Alaska, why at their age would they want to take on a child, number one? And what makes you think that that's what they even want to do? And I just don't believe that. Sorry. I don't believe that.
But I still think that's only part of the reason. That's just me. That's just what I'm saying. I'm so tired of saying in my opinion. I mean, I want to get real now. Listen. Yeah, Ricky, I understand that. I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm not letting anything change my opinion about that either. That's not what I'm really talking about today, though. I'm just freaking pissed off at everything and everybody. The whole thing has become a circus. So that's just the way I feel today. And I'm just, you know, you might need to go watch my live from yesterday if you want to pick up there.
No.
Or that phone call. What I
we're going to
wanted
tomorrow.
say, finally, I'm glad Tony come out. Now, there's no more partnership with Chris.
There never was.
And
Seth never cared They had an agreement from the get-go and settled every bit of it right out the gate, including the GoFundMe. And yes, I get that his sister set it up, but don't tell me he didn't know about it. And he also could have taken it down at any time.
Let's see what you're saying here. Chris went boom. Yeah, when the rumor his mom's car was at Worshams. Actually, yeah, how many times I walked in and out of that store. Yep, there. Hey, she's 19 or did a bad thing happen? Wish I.
You're paying her to say this off the wall shit.
Her mother is one of those, you know.
You don't
and
know.
She cries more about her mother than she does about Sebastian.
Where did you see that? Because I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
The baby stuff turns my stomach. Yeah.
Yeah. Working together. None of them. Honestly. Thank you, Ginger Snap. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all your
You don't
flyers
know
that you're
what
putting out too.
the
On these
Rob
missing kids.
done.
Y'all need to go
Selena.
sub up to Ginger Snap. Put all of these flyers on all of these missing kids. And there's so many missing kids everywhere across these United States.
Hey, so do something about it. You don't cover none of them.
Do you know how grateful that they would be to literally have search dogs come in at no charge?
You know, you could put their flyers out. You could do lives about all these missing kids, but you wouldn't get the money and the views. That's why you don't do it. And you know it. Not high profile enough.
Do you know how grateful they would be for all these searchers and rescue teams?
Mm-hmm.
If something happened to any of my family member, and I hope it never does, or God forbid, my grandkids' kids or anything, I don't know about it all. I'm too proud for a lot of things. But I'm proud for a lot of things. But I would do anything for my grandkids or my kids.
Good for you. I think we all
searching, and I sure wanted anybody off that offered any help.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I'm not sure help would come for us.
But you know, you can't say that, Slimy, because thankfully you're not in that position. You're not being threatened. You're not being harassed, followed, stopped at where you're staying. You didn't have to leave your house because of safety issues. So you can't say because you're not in those shoes.
Us. I don't think we're one of those families that would be on anywhere. I don't think we'd be one of those lucky families. That's just me. And I say that with honesty and sincerity. Some people just have all the luck.
Wait a minute. Some people just have all the luck. This boy is missing. And that's what she says. She's not too proud to exploit and support lives for money. Hey, Bright Light. No, she's not. And I guarantee you that some of them are getting just that, but they aren't coming on the internet flaunting the good deeds they're doing. True. She's not going to do anything about it. And she could. She could draw attention, give attention to all these missing kids. But she's not gonna make no money. There's no drama.
Some people so ungrateful.
Uh-huh.
And it just rips my heart out.
How are they ungrateful? How are they ungrateful? They have supported law enforcement and they have thanked them all along. And have even said that law enforcement is doing everything they can. So how are they ungrateful?
But I'm glad Tony finally come around, stood his ground. Because as a whole, as a society, we don't work with terrorists. We don't work with the enemy.
Who's the enemy? And exactly who's the terrorist? And Tony has been, this was Tony's whole thing. And I truly believe that. This was Tony's whole thing in the first place.
We don't sleep with the
Does he have a YouTube channel now?
enemy. This is not a movie. This is not fake. This is not an officer and a gentleman in real life. It's not a movie, y'all.
No shit.
Again, I'm Team Smiley and I'm Team Victim.
Oh, honey, you are not team victim. Because if you were team victim, you wouldn't do none of the lives that you do. Your team, let's ride the train and attack the parents along with everybody else for the views and clicks. That's what you are. Because if you were truly for the victim, you wouldn't be doing none of this. You wouldn't be going at his parents. You wouldn't be putting false allegations. Just saying. And it is about Sebastian. It's not about none of you. It's not about them. It's about finding Sebastian and bringing him home.
But if Tony can come out from under a rock and he can stand up.
Oh, Tony was never under a rock. Tony had a plan from the get-go. From him reaching out to Seth to represent Seth and then getting permission from some preacher dude, which is really weird. But yeah, Tony's had a plan all along.
And he can fight for what's right, then I can roll with that. I can roll with that. I think he stood up and did what was right last night in the public. I think he stood up and did what was right for Sebastian.
Ava. Yeah, because they won't let psycho fake dog handlers on their property. I wouldn't either. And that is true, Hope. Yes, good point. They keep talking about Chris on Web Sleuth's panel. But you know, the bottom line is, he was not supposed to be there. Okay, that was supposed to be her with the PIs. She did not have to let Seth up on that panel. She did not have to let Chris up on that panel. And she could have ended it at any time. Just saying.
Go back on his word, and he's a man of his word. I'm just saying. And everybody has their own opinion. You know, I'm willing to give him some grace out here on the internet.
Who are? Who is? You're giving grace to who?
You know, it's these flip-floppers. I don't care who they are. Can't keep secrets for these kids. Secrets make you sick.
Is she literally trying to make herself cry?
If you see something, you need to say something. And again, I told y'all yesterday,
Okay. No,
It can't
she's
be
not.
both ways.
You can't. Why
You
not?
have to choose.
Okay.
I don't care if it's blood or water.
Okay.
I don't care. You don't sleep with the enemy.
Oh. Okay.
We don't work with terrorists.
Whoa, we don't? Well, okay. Who's the enemy and who's the terrorist? And why are we sleeping with them anyway? I'm just asking. Because I'm not sure where you're going. But, okay. Who's the terrorist? Because I definitely don't want to sleep with a terrorist. I don't know about anybody else.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Tony got his backbone last night. And Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers is still missing.
Exactly.
He's out there somewhere, alive or unalive, and he needs to be found. And somebody either needs to start talking or somebody needs to be held accountable or brought in or made to start talking. I don't know. Again, I'm not God. I can only keep his name out. I can only speak with my mind, heart, and soul. That's it. But if you do have any information on him, please call it in. Call it in, walk it in. Do the right thing. 1-800-TBI-FIND or 615-451-3838. And I appreciate every one of y'all being here. I appreciate every one of y'all being here.
All right. I'm done with her tonight. It's been a long night. Okay, so I showed you two personalities tonight. Rather different, but both spewing the same crap. Yikes. If you see something, say something. Well, we are saying something and it's pissing some of us. So just quit with the beacon. Yeah, I wish they would. Okay, Catherine, thank you for coming in. Email me, Catherine, so we can... You get some rest. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You'd be on YouTube accused of... Yeah, exactly. I don't understand how they're good with this behavior. I mean, we've got creators, if that's what you want to call them, coming on here and accusing these people of murmur, saying that they planned it. Some say they didn't. Some say they did. Some say it was both of them. Some say they don't know if it was her by herself or both of them. Call them pale faces. Some other derogatory statements. Don't state it as theory, state it as fact. Okay. With any evidence. Without any. Nothing. I'm not there yet. I can't do that. Do I have my own thoughts? Absolutely. Do I think that the parents had anything to do with it? No, I don't. Never did. I just don't. But yeah. As far as the Wells case goes, that they're all regurgitating back again, because I think the numbers are starting to get stale with the same regurgitation of crap in this case. So a lot of them have started regurgitating their summer wells and putting it in with this. It's pathetic. And Spanky, I haven't forgot about you. You're tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'm going to stream tomorrow. But, it's just another day. For some. And, that's cool. Everybody needs, I don't know. These people, I don't even think there's anything at this point that could be said or done that they would believe. I mean, they're frivolous calls from neighbors, comments from alleged neighbors. You got crazy dog handlers who, oh my God, between her and her husband, they have elaborate careers. I mean, they've had a hell of a. I mean, he must have been between 15 to 18 when he was a police officer involved in busting Charles Manson. I mean, come on. He started young. But, I mean, they have led the life. I laughed. Yeah. I needed to hear that story for the first couple minutes and I was done. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then you got the fake neighbor call, who was just Mark W., a chatter in all the chats, a sub in a lot of channels, a mod in some. So, yeah. Then you got alleged cousins, which wasn't a cousin. It's just never ending. You got alleged ex-co-workers. Because they can say the name of the business, they're confirmed, they're legit. It's just a lot of misinformation. The fact is all that matters. Sebastian goes to the mouth. It's insane. And I don't see them stopping. They're going to keep regurgitating the same stuff as long as people want it. I mean, look at Bullhorn Betty. She has the same content on her TikToks, multiple TikToks. I think she has 2 now. All 3 of her YouTube channels. How many times do you need to see the same video? I don't know. Justin does it too. Spanky Boy. He streams on all his channels at the same time. Same content. It's weird. Okay. I guess that's the way to have, multiple monetized channels without doing any extra work. I don't get how you don't get hit or reuse content, but I'm sure eventually you'll get caught. Everybody does, And look at the common denominator in yep, and yeah, you're right. Yeah, I quit giving them the credit of misinformation. That's why back when I first started talking about this stuff, the one thumbnail, which was like 2 months ago, was misinformation, disinformation. But it's to the point where I can't say it's misinformation. It's disinformation. They know it's lies and rumors and they don't care. They're going to put it out there. They're going to run with it. They don't give 2 shits. Betty is a desperate hag. Yeah. Yeah, she's a whole other kind of creature. Oh. I mean, it's like, I don't even want to review her because it's the same regurgitated crap. the first half of her live is going to be her TikTok videos, saying the same thing every day, 5 times a day. And then the rest of her YouTube is the same shit. It's like, how many times can you say that? How many times can you do a live about a lie detector test and say the same exact things about the same lie detector test you've already made other videos about? I don't know. It drives me bonkers. It is Chinese whispers on steroids. Oh, it is. Yeah, the lengths they go to, I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. No. I'll never get like that. I won't allow myself. Mm-mm. Just not worth it in the end for what? A couple bucks. You sold your soul for a couple bucks. And a couple views on YouTube or TikTok. Yeah. No. Oh, I've missed these channels and you're glad you have. Yeah. I'm going to be showing a little bit more of the vault. Yeah. That's craziness. That's a show for the camera, buddy. That is totally a show for the camera. But yeah, I am going to end this. It's really late. I thank you guys for hanging out with me again so long. If I don't see you tomorrow, happy Mother's Day, or whatever day you choose to do. If you're not celebrating Mother's Day, been there, done that, get that. Just have a spoil me day, just for being you. Just for being you. Treat yourself. It can just be the treat myself day. Do something good for yourself. That's it. Doesn't have to be about anything else. Because I get it. But thank you guys, everybody. Mods, thank you so much. And members, thank you. Just thank you all for hanging out with me. And I'll be seeing you on these YouTube streets, I'm sure. All right. Good night, all.